chips day. Had a lovely fish and chips for dinner, but today we're going to get straight into making sure everything's good, looks good. We're going to get straight into building the AT-M6. Hello there to those of you in the chat. Nice to see you popping in a little bit early. Thank you to Hayden as well for the subscription. Oh, we got a few. And to Thor and to Kat. Thank you for subscribing. Welcome to the channel. So for those of you that don't know, we're building the AT-M6, which currently, as of nearly halfway through, looks like this. We could... Why does it look so dark? Let's sort out the light first. No new Star Wars leaks, I don't think. So not much to talk about there, I'm afraid. I think we've got all the Somersets. I can't think of any Somersets that we don't already have. So there we go. Brightness, let's whack. Oh, it's on 0. Well, that's probably why it's looking a bit dark, isn't it? 0 and -4. No, we want those. Not, whoa. Okay, not all the way up. We want them up just a little bit. And yeah, it's a bit surprising, this model, because whilst we've got the high quality camera, this is halfway through and I still feel like we haven't done much at all with it. We've just finished the legs, which still go a little bit in towards the middle, which isn't great. They're definitely leaning in. Maybe there's something we could do at the top. Maybe this is just how it's built. Maybe it supports the build better. I don't know.
Scroll downwards. The other way.
Oh, okay, other way. Battlefront.
Yeah.
Universal are waiting for Battlefront 3. Everyone's getting in on this, aren't they? There you go. Oh, EA are going to be pressured into making a Battlefront 3. My printer is definitely working harder than most droids. You are right, Moon Shoes. Hello there, Mr. Superman. Yes, coming back to finish the rest of the Gorilla AT-AT. The printer actually is printing some parts that I needed for Grogu. I had a little look, and rather than waiting for them to be delivered, I am still waiting for a Bricklink order actually. I decided to print them, so hopefully I can finish Grogu tomorrow. We wanted to do it for May, we didn't get around to doing it. Hopefully we can finish it tomorrow. Hello there, Mr. Vader. Hello there, Alfie. Thank you. If EA didn't make Battlefront, who would I want to make it? That's a good question. Oh, the Battlefront 3. I think Epic, with how they treat Fortnite, I would love to have a Star Wars dedicated game, but it would always be second to Fortnite. And I don't think Epic are closing that down anytime soon. Oh, who would I want? We're not going with EA, and we're getting rid of like Origin and Epic. I feel like the three of those trying to work together didn't work. I don't know many other companies. Well, at least ones that haven't been involved in some massive scandal at least. Hey Clark. Oh, there's no Clark. Clark Kent. No, he's not in the chat. ATRT tutorial is out. Lovely. If you can tag me in like a comment or send the link over to Instagram, I will take a look at that. I am very intrigued at how you go about building it, Fig Scam. It's not glitching. Yes. All right. Let's get to the desk. Oh, it's just gone dark again. I had this sorted. You know what? As long as you can see the Lego, it's okay. I need to add some sort of desk lamp at the top so all the shadows are just gone. But we will flip to the other camera so that you can actually see what's going on and it's not... You know what? Maybe I can just add a bit more light. Kind of works. Maybe the being light would have been a bit better to turn up. Could do that. Ziggy! Light at 50%, please. Ziggy! Light at 50%, please. Did it do anything?
She's embarrassing you.
Oh no, you know what? We don't need it. Yes, please. I thought I could get the AI to do it. No chance. Let's bring up the instructions as well, because I haven't done that. Also, if I don't mind, how much is the delivery for my custom malt? So if you're in the UK, delivery, I think they get you to add something on. So I think it's an extra $1 if you order 2 of them, but delivery's $5, £3.50. I think it's £3.50 in the UK, something like that. And then it's $10, so you're looking at £7 for overseas. But that covers everywhere that Royal Mail ships to. So some places are more expensive, some places are less expensive, and I'm hoping that they balance each other out. They seem to be doing quite well. That's until like everyone that doesn't normally get delivery orders. But yes, 350-ish, maybe a bit more than 350, 360, 370, and then £7 for overseas. Hopefully that's not too bad. And for orders in the UK, the reason it is so much 350 is because I ship it with 48 hours. I mean, maybe sometimes you'll get 24 hours. I don't know. You might be lucky. But yeah, 48 hours and tracked, just to make sure you don't lose it and you get it in time. We were on page 86. I made a note of it just so I knew where we were starting off again. Playing Lego Star Wars Skywalker Saga is a good game. It's a very good game. Wait, is that TT? Yeah, it is. It's TT Games. Oh, nice. TNT, sorry. Not bad. And Traveller's Tales. I tell you what, TT Games, getting those... Thank you very much. Getting those to do a Battlefront 3 would be fun, wouldn't it? Hello there, Battle Droid Bricks. Thank you very much. Yes, one day we will get these printed on, well, one day in the far off future, you know, no point waiting for them now. We will get them printed with UV, but until that day, I am trying to put basically everything into a UV printer. Really looking forward to some of the UV printers that are coming on the market. Hopefully we get a few more soon. And bag 5 seems to be this leg. This one leg. That's it, the only leg that we're doing. I would assume bag 6 is the other leg as well. Maybe a few other bits. Let's, oh, why is this not flat? Or is that just my eyes? It might be flat. Oh, I didn't push it down properly. That's why it's not flat. I'll bring these in if we need them. Make sure you can see the full thing. There we go. It's pretty tall. So this desk mat is, oh, I want to say it's at least 40 centimeters. I can guarantee it's 40 centimeters. So it's a pretty tall AT-AT. Slightly taller than the other one we got in 2020, which itself isn't short, you know. That's a pretty tall model. Did I know in Revenge of the Sith, oh, do I know, the Battle of Anakin and Obi-Wan is a sped up version? Yeah, moving slow. And also, did you know that the Duel of the Fates was the opposite? It was slowed down. They were moving in too quickly. Hello there, Clevia. Do I do custom UV prints? Not yet. Not yet. UV printers are very expensive for someone who, you know, doesn't have access to that sort of thing. So I am trying to save up the money to get a UV print. And that's what these decals are for. A few of you now have said about me selling some decal torsos and different bricks. Let me show you the two that are being talked about. We have this brown robot. I think we all know who this is, right? With front and back decals. And then we also have Maul's torso here. They are, oh, these are £3.70, I think it is, if you do want to go ahead and support the channel. And I have ordered some legs. Right now, there's a handful of these droid torsos that don't have the legs with them. If you do want the legs, I've got another batch of them all ready to go. So I will upload those with the legs when they are ready. But yeah, this is the second batch that I've got up. So it's great to see that you're all enjoying the decals. And then one day we'll UV print. One day. Good ones for the ARC 170 windscreens. You know what? I forget about pieces like the windscreens and other printed bricks. You think of a set, we could just UV print the bricks and they're going to last so much better than stickers, aren't they? Let me jot that down. Thank you. Thank you for the idea, Clevia. Made me look into pad printers. Yeah, they are so expensive, but they're worth it, aren't they? For the money, if you can keep up the hobby and like me, fundraising, by selling some other custom Lego pieces. So worth it. So worth it. The amount of just funny spoof characters we'd be able to make. The Brickheads collection, thank you. Yes, so all of the official Lego ones, besides the Marvel 2 at the end, are all my fiance's, and I get to display them in the background of my video. It's fun. I sell these on my website. It's in my link tree, and I said last time that I would put the link in the description. I haven't, but I haven't uploaded too many videos. If you go to either of my store videos, they should be in the description. Maybe the first one. Maybe the first one. And we'll try and get it in the chat as well later on. Ooh. I don't know what... I guess it's the foot, but I really don't know where we're building this here. It's the reason why the sequel dolls suck. Yeah, I will say... There's not many dolls, is there? They really stuck on to the original trilogy being the final doll, as it's named, with the second Death Star, because there isn't really any dolls. There's not much fighting to compare to. Prequels was very heavy. Original trilogy sort of slowed down, and then you get rid of the Jedi. There's not many lightsabers. There's a lot of blaster fights, and they did do their blaster fights right. I'm quite happy with the way, just generally, you know, the sequels blaster fights went out. But yeah, not enough sabers, was there? That would have been nice to see. If you could have any character that doesn't have an official minifigure, who would I want? And I'm going to stick away from variants here because, you know, it'd be some sort of like Luke variant or something. Maybe even Ahsoka. Or Padme. Padme would be a good shout. Which character doesn't have... We've got the Inquisitors. I tell you what, right now, Enoch. Right now, Enoch. That would be the one character. You're welcome, Battle Droid Bricks. Do I have a wife? Not yet, but I do have a fiance. The Fortnite event tomorrow is going to be awesome. Yes, I'm excited for that. Finally going on to the Death Star, and I think that's all we've been given for now. We don't know anything else. I'm sure it's going to be a blast, quite literally. We're just going to blow up the entire Fortnite map. We'll have to say our farewells tomorrow. I will schedule it after this stream. We are going to be going live a little bit early so that we can finish up with the map. You know, get the last bits that we want to do. Get the Palpatine skin. That red-robed one. We've got to get the Palpatine skin. Did I know in New Hope the lightsaber hilt was just the hand from an old camera? Yeah, with a few windscreen wipers on the end, isn't it? The lightsaber designs are awesome. Whoever was behind that, whoever was behind the lightsaber designs did a really good job, especially making them all look different but the same. Because every lightsaber has its little quirk, but they still look like they come from a family of lightsabers. They're different, but they're the same but different, aren't they? The Fortnite event. So the story so far, I've been following along with most of the story, and the story so far is Star Wars came to the island. We don't know how. It's not really explained. Maybe there's a few little giveaway lines. I'm going to have to deep dive into the lore. But Star Wars came to the island, and then the NPCs are dressing up as stormtroopers. We're taking out stormtroopers. That's the next step. Then we have the... Oh, that was satisfying. Then we have the NPCs dressing up as the stormtroopers, stealing TIE fighters as well. We've been fixing up and stealing the TIE fighters we're taking down. And then we're flying it into the Death Star where we take the fight to the Emperor. That is it. That is the whole month storyline. And the main story's been paused at the minute. Do I have a 3D printer? I do. That is what this thing is here on the left. Let me turn off the fan. I always have the purifier go in. I know the plastics. Who am I running at the minute? Elegoo PLA. I know they don't have any sort of microplastics in the air style things, but you know, you can never be too safe. I'm sure there's something that comes off this 3D printer that I shouldn't be breathing. So window open, purifier on, and we've just finished printing the final slopes. Take a look at this. Just finished printing all the final slopes for Grogu, which I'm going to be putting together probably tonight or tomorrow morning. If you wondered what the little worm things are, they're the trees that support the tops of the bricks and are quite satisfying actually to take apart. So there you go. There's one of them, there's two of them, and we got a nice little Lego slope ready to go for Grogu. Let me bin these. And that's been a blast building Grogu. Cannot wait for the next one. Do I have the reddish brown beard Qui-Gon? I don't have the reddish brown. I do have a reddish brown. What I'd done though was completely cheating. I took the reddish brown from my old Qui-Gon minifigure and then added that to the new Qui-Gon. That's the closest I'll come. I did get a misprinted Qui-Gon, and I haven't checked my minifigures too closely, but it's one of the only misprinted minifigures I know that I have in my collection, and it had the hair. A white strip. This isn't from the hair bending. It was a white strip all the way through the hair, just where a bit of the plastic missed its colour. And I think that's a pretty fun custom to have. I have seen 2 other people with it. So shout out to you if you're watching. And don't normally see Lego missing colours, do we? It's an odd thing to happen, but I'm happy that it did happen, because opening that magazine, it weren't even from the Sith Infiltrator, it was from the magazine that Qui-Gon got included in, and that was lovely opening that up. So I knew you couldn't get the dark reddish brown beard from the magazine. That would have been really nice to have seen as well, if somehow I managed to. But yeah, that is my only misprint, really. Doing all the Jedi scene in Skywalker Saga. There's quite a few. I know we've got Plo Koon now, and we've got a few updated designs on the way, didn't we? So, I'm not going to speak too much about the new Jedi leaks. I am waiting for them to come out on Lego to get a good look. But I do know there is rumour for a Ki-Adi-Mundi and Ayla Secura. And also, oh, were they the only Jedi? Well, we get like Kenobi we spoke about yesterday as well. But do you think they're too different from their old versions? I don't have the old Ayla Secura. I do have Ki-Adi-Mundi. But what do we think? Are they going to be massive? Ki-Adi-Mundi hasn't been too long. Hasn't been a long time since we last saw. So I wonder what they're going to go for Ki-Adi-Mundi. I don't think he really needs an upgrade, if I'm honest. The last figure was pretty good. Let's take a little look. What's we're building? The last figure was pretty good. I mean, the head. Maybe there's a few stylistic things like they've done with Maul recently they could change. Give him like no pupils. Maybe the back of the head. That dark orange, maybe even a nougat could change. Yeah, could get... I don't know what colour they'd go with. Maybe the same colour on the front of the head. Because that's more of a dark tan. I think a dark tan would be better there. So that's the one change I'm wanting to see. Don't need dual moulded legs. Not for Ki-Adi-Mundi at least. Not yet. Maybe one of the outfits. 2x3. I feel like we had this problem the other day. Trying to find the 2x3s. I have a sneaky suspicion. So I should probably get some more 1x3s. Let me grab those while we're at the height of the stream. Did I know that in A New Hope, the timeline, the Sandcrawler, in the timeline, the Sandcrawler is about 179 feet. You know what? Saying it out loud, that's crazy. 179 feet. I wonder if that scales with the Fortnite one. Because the Fortnite one's pretty big. Don't know if it's 179 feet though. That does seem a little bigger. Maybe. Maybe the Sandcrawler's just a little bit smaller. Because I think Mando seemed a bit smaller compared to it. Or the Rise of Skywalker. Oh, you're going through to the... And I am all the Jedi. Not thought too much on that moment, honestly. There's definitely ways it can work, but I feel like the more I think on that, the more I'm just going to confuse myself. So much happened in that movie. I need to sit through it with like a paper and a pen. And just jot down every theory I have. See how many of them make sense, see how many of them don't as well. That's the fun part. Not just the theories that work, but the ones that don't as well. It would have been cool to have got, because we got like Star Destroyers in Rise, it would have been really cool to have got some new ships, you know, not just Star Destroyers. Maybe bring in a new So with episode 7, Abrams did bring in a bigger Death Star. Maybe we should have got some bigger Star Destroyers. We probably did. They probably are massive. Like the bridge of one is just 179 feet, but would have been nice to have seen some more new ships, you know? Something bigger and better, rather than another planet. Save that for the spin-off shows. And then 1, 2, can't forget about the cheese slopes. And this must be the front of the foot. I don't know what this back bit is. We've got a little lever, which might be the same as inside this leg. Look at this, we've got this little joint that kind of works as a piston. Doesn't do anything, is there for show, but looks good, and it does look good. 1, 2, there we are. This is definitely, I don't know if it's the toe or the back of the foot actually. I can see that being the back of the foot, but I think the piston should be at the back. Oh no, that is the front of the foot. Not glitching yet. You might jinx it. We should have doubled this and built it back to back. We'll work for it. We're not rushing. Take our time with this one. At least I know what I'm doing next time. If I started YouTube all over again, what would I post? Knowing everything I know now, it would still be Lego, honestly. I had a bit of trouble starting, well, no, not trouble, making it out to be something it's not. But I did have, yeah, I went through a period when I was making Star Wars content, and there were a load, I do have to say, there were a load of people that were loving the stuff and leaving very nice comments. But there was also a lot more people that were just argumentative every single time. Different people as well. I'm not calling anyone out, but just, it's a hard community to start off in. Whereas Lego was the complete opposite. Still don't really get any, you know, dodgy comments or anything like that. Doesn't mean they don't exist, but it's nice to see a bit more positivity in the Lego space. So I'm definitely enjoying that. My one thing to previous me would probably be to start with Lego. Just 5 years ago, pick Lego. Star Wars will come in later. Start off with Lego. Yeah, that's a good question. Thank you. Did I know Revenge of the Sith? Woohoo. During the duel of Grievous on Utapau, on the background of B1 tells another B1. Yeah, it like dogs him and points towards the duel, doesn't it? There's some really good little background bits that I don't know if they were on purpose or if the designers just went and had fun, which it does seem to be a lot of fun working on those movies. There's some really nice little background bits. Just like that. I like when we've got these joints and look, the axle goes through. This is then holding on one of these dishes here. But I just think it's quite a smart technique. Also, these pistons, I guess you can't move them forward too much. They don't really limit the movement either. You've got some nice, what is this? Nearly 180? Are we going to call this 180 degrees of movement here? Basically is on the leg, and it might be stopped with some more bricks, but so far 180 ain't half bad. Here we go. More detailing as well. Love the Lego community. It's awesome. I went to a Lego store on Sunday for June 1st. And the amount of people whilst you're in there, you just start talking to, no idea, you know, who they are or anything, but you can just talk to everyone in a Lego store. Some people, you know, there might be the odd case of people that don't want to talk. That's fair enough. But I usually find anyone is open to a conversation. It's really nice. It is really nice. Most of the people you've spoken to, some of the nicest, yeah, they are in a Lego store. And also, because you're in a Lego store, it's not the sort of store, some people might be intrigued and waltz in, but it's not the store, I would say, that you just walk in and have a little look around. They're usually quite busy, and I think that would deter most people. But yeah, got some real nice people in there, especially at the Build a Minifigure or the Pick a Brick station. You always have some laughs. Where? What colour? Oh, that's why it's light bluish grey. That's the big section. Meant to be getting easier as I whittle these down. Not harder. Alright, don't know where they are. Do I need them for the next bit? No. We'll come back to those. I'll find them eventually. Oh no, Moon Shoes, what's happened? Is this? No. What is this? There we go. Oh, I tell you what. It's these, it's 1x4. It is these pieces that I've been moving around to try and find the smaller ones. Maybe needed 1x3s yesterday. My mistake. So just one of these, and we'll save the other ones for the other legs. So keep those pieces together. We're halfway there. The first lightsaber hilt had a balloon. Oh, I did. Yes. Yes, I've seen, again, can't remember his name, but the guy on YouTube right here that collects all the lightsabers. I've seen the first lightsaber and it looks so fun. I mean, yeah, hitting people with it makes sense it was a balloon. I don't know how well it would do in fights, you know, hitting people with a balloon. Wouldn't hurt. But that's part of growing up, isn't it? Smacking people with a solid plastic lightsaber. That's what my childhood was filled with. We didn't turn out too bad, did we? 1, 2, 1, 2. We are building a Gorilla AT-AT, so this is an official Lego set. Gens, welcome to the stream. First off, this is from The Last Jedi, which, despite what you think of the sequels, this ship is, it's quite literally an AT-AT. Then you add like a double decker to it, and the front two legs are that of a gorilla. It looks too good not to build. Definitely too good not to build. 1, 2, yep. Oh, there's a second one, that's why. There we go. Or at least we're trying to build it. Some really cool, I like the new Force lightsabers, the ones that you can mix and match. Some of them are also, some of them are character designs, some of them are based around the hilt. They look cool. Hasbro gets lightsabers wrong. Oh, I've seen a few of the little mistakes they make. They do pump out a lot more lightsabers, I think. Well, maybe not just lightsabers, a lot more Lego merchandise than a lot of other companies. That's fire. It is. The AT-M6 is, it's built for intimidation. So this walker isn't meant to be too functional, which, you know, when you're the First Order and you don't have a lot of ships, I think you'd want to make them quite functional as well. Good cannons on it, but it is meant to just purely be intimidation, and it works for everyone besides Luke. Had the Resistance cowering in a bunker, and then Luke shows along and uh-oh, the Jedi's back. I do think the way Luke was with the Resistance, I do wonder if that would have been Leia, if Carrie Fisher was still about and they wouldn't have brought back Luke at all. Because that would have been quite interesting to see. Similar, very similar then to Kenobi in the original trilogy. Hello there, CT. Oh, thank you so much for the kind words. Star Wars is awesome. Yes, may the Force and may the bricks be with you as well. Little saying we have here on the channel. Flying Star Wars and Lego. So thank you very much. I wouldn't mind seeing a book that continues more of the Carrie Fisher Princess Leia, because I know they couldn't represent her on screen, but maybe we get a few more, like Bloodline, going into The Force Awakens, something like that for between Last Jedi and Rise of Skywalker, because they did have to rebuild the Resistance pretty much from scratch. Can't have been an easy feat, especially with Luke leaving as well. He'd just come back and then he left. Wonder why. Wonder what was in the Force for him. Kind of done that just because. There was a reason. Maybe there wasn't. I like to think there was a reason for Luke, and that's why Anakin or Kenobi, I think probably Anakin, told him to let go at the end. Ooh. It's going in the middle? No, that doesn't. Oh, that doesn't. Wait, no. That doesn't fit. That fits. Oh, and then we've got another space for a bar in there. Okay. A 1x5? Does a 1x5 fit? I wonder why Luke just faded away. Didn't even take his hand with him. There we go. I guess it makes sense, actually, that he didn't take his hand with him. Hello there, Noodles. Welcome to the stream. If Luke would have taken his hand with him, could you imagine, like an Anakin's Force Ghost would not be the same, because it would just be Anakin floating there, missing all his limbs, wouldn't it? Thank you, Alfie. May the bricks be with you. Hope to catch you next time. Yeah, Anakin's Force Ghost would be creepy if they didn't somehow regrow their limbs. But I wonder, it definitely makes me wonder, with the limb regrowth, does that work for all limbs? Like, say someone was born without a specific limb, do they just default to the I want to say regular human shape? That's a bit mean, isn't it? But why didn't Anakin, because we see in the comics Anakin has like this dark side Force vision, and Anakin doesn't have his limbs in it. He's just well, actually he does have one of his limbs that perhaps he shouldn't. I can't remember if he loses them all in the end. But I do have to wonder why we did get Anakin's limbs back. Maybe it's just because, you know, it was Return of the Jedi. They were 6 years into it and hadn't really thought this far down. I'm not even sure then they knew how big the prequels were going to be, let alone the fact that Disney would take over and continue the legacy. Pretty awesome. Oh, yes, 3x3s. That's what we need. Can't remember if there are any more in grey, though. Yes. Oh, don't tell me there's one. No, there's only one. That's right. We'll get away with using a different colour. Put that on there. Maybe it is just as simple as they hadn't thought that far. Oh, yes. A Darth Plagueis show. How would you want the Darth Plagueis show styled? Because I'm thinking something like... Maybe something like Acolyte in the sense that it's just one season. They go one season, they tell the whole story, and then they leave it open for maybe a few other characters, so we could explore their story. There's a few characters that pop in with Darth Plagueis. That way it then leaves it open as well for the other characters to be explored. Yes, dark bluish grey. Well, it's here somewhere, isn't it? Maybe it's not, who knows? My parts, it could be anywhere. No, it's got to be here. So, because this is the leg, I know there's at least two of them. Oh. Oh, building this the wrong way around. There we go. Oh, can I remember Ewan McGregor's other two family members? We have his uncle, which is Wedge Antilles, and isn't he married to the actress that plays Hera?
And his daughter was in Kenobi too.
Oh, did you hear that? His daughter was in Kenobi. She was the druggie, wasn't she, in Kenobi? I don't remember the name. I don't know if she has a name, but yeah, his daughter was in it too. Crazy. Crazy. Nice. Yeah, I always forget about the other one. Forget about his daughter in Kenobi. That was a nice little Easter egg, that. Offering him like death sticks or something. I don't remember exactly what it was. Nice tie into it though. Oh, was she reprising the role of episode 2? She might have been. Maybe she was reprising, well, not the exact role, but you know, a little cameo to that. Or maybe it was his other daughter. Does he have two? But I just given him another daughter. There. I've also been working, so for those of you that have seen my pick and build order, there we go, I'm getting it right, I just got to remember that. Pick and build, not pick a brick. And for those of you that have seen that order, I've been using a few of those 1x1 snot bricks and trying to get to grips with them. And I've got to say, I'm not giving them as much credit as they're due for. I noticed the Ghost, the Phantom 2 of the Ghost, has 2 of those, which are replaceable. I have to say they are replaceable, only used in the Phantom 2. I think they are. I only seem to have 3 of them. Makes sense that 2 of them used there, 1 of them spare. But I've found a few other uses where they're really useful, and none of them are in like one position. They're always 2 or 3 of them. So I might make a little video or something out of them, but they are pretty useful elements. I have to take it back that it wasn't, they're not useless. They are pretty useful. You just got to know how to use them. And at the time I didn't. Now I'm getting to grips. I actually quite like the element. They're no longer my most hated element. If you don't know, let me get the piece. Let me guess. Wheel back. No point standing up, is there? Just wheel the whole way back. Right back here. Taking up the final slot. These are also 3D printed. I don't know if I say that enough. This element. 1x1. Get a bit of light in there. The 1x1 by 2/3. The rounded off side with the snot brick out on top. They go underneath the regular snot bricks. So if you live near a Lego store, definitely recommend getting a few of these. Maybe not an entire box, that's a lot, but getting a few of these to improve your mock building. I think I'm going to be using them so much in the future, and a lot of the MIDI scale ships already use a lot of them. So if you've got a few MIDI scale ships, you might already have quite a few of them in your collection. Like I said, I got 3 of them from the Ghost, at least 3 of them. But I'm sure there's other ways of picking up a lot more of them. Where do you go? You don't clip to anything. You go here. Oh, you do. You clip to the brackets. All right. You can see where that gorilla arm is forming. You've got the knuckle coming down around here. Wow, this does look like quite a powerful arm. You wouldn't want to mess with this. Bit terrifying, that. And then more greebling on the top. Awesome. Love me a bit of greebling. Just a simple bar element. And, well, I guess 2 sorts of bar elements. It just goes into that joint. Simple, but very effective. Has to be said. And then this is going to be somewhere like that. I don't know how we're going to get this arm. Oh, we're going to have a Technic beam running through there, probably. And then we'll cover it up with some sort of plate. Either that, or we could have it wonky a little bit. And for those of you that are wondering what this thing's going to look like, there's the little one. That's the poly bag. This is the playset. Just a little bit bigger. Just a little bit. Quite a bit. 8 of them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There we go. So happy I didn't count out these pins. That would have taken an extra day to part it out, wouldn't it? Oh, we have an imposter. That's not a pin. That's an axle. I'm going to put it back in the... No, I shouldn't. I'm going to put it back in the bag for now, though, because I do need to sort through a lot of these and get some bigger bags for elements like these pins, because I have five bags of those pins, and I still haven't parted out all my other sets. I'm going to need a massive bag. Maybe I just fill a big drawer, one of those big drawers on the floor, just with the pins. I'm sure I've got enough. Feels like I got enough of them. Well, this isn't the bottom of the leg. Oh no, it doesn't fit, does it? So a few more. There we go. That one fits. And hopefully the front and back legs work a little bit better than the other legs. There we are. Because, yeah, these ones lean in quite a bit. Maybe we need something else. Yeah, I don't really know what could help it. There's got to be something. I just haven't thought of it yet. Maybe if we just stand this up, it'll fix itself over time. Right, we need 2 of these. Let's get all the pieces before we start building. This sounds like an idea. We need 4 of these, 2 of these, 1 of these, and we're good to... No, we're not. We're not good to go. We also need a few of these. There we are. And these are going on here. How are we doing it? Oh, we're covering up the brackets. I'd have thought they'd have probably covered them first. But no. Covering the brackets afterwards, maybe give a bit more depth. Like that. And then a nice little bit of detail, a little trim running down the side there, which clips again onto those 2 black pins. Liking it. I like the little stud that Lego keep clear to get the dome on it and going around. Hello there, Jan. Welcome to the stream. It's quite nice, isn't it? The dome just, I think we'll probably need another element in there before the dome. We'll get to it eventually. And then a few of these little brackets just to make sure we can't pop it off. Lego really want to trap us in there. Hello there, welcome. I'm not going to try to pronounce your name, no offense. I just think I'd absolutely butcher it. Yes, welcome Jen to the stream. Lovely to see you. No. Oh, I didn't realise we had more of these. More of the regular slopes. It's getting confusing. We need 2 of you. And come on, 1 more. Do we need 2? Am I? Yeah, we don't need 2. We only need 1 of them. I'm just in the mood of building 2. Love Star Wars. Who's my favourite character? Ahsoka Tano. And Star Wars Legends, Luke Skywalker. If you're interested in Legends at all. What is Lego? Lego are these building blocks. So this is a 2x2 because we've got 2 of these studs. And all of these come together to build different sorts of vehicles. All Lego-fied, you can see a few of the studs sticking out. And this model here is what we're building, just much, much larger. Boba Fett. Did you enjoy the book of Boba Fett? I did enjoy it, have to say. Or do you prefer the original, you know, the OG Boba Fett? From the original trilogy and Clone Wars as well. Just the one of these. Yeah. I'm hoping they continue Book of Boba Fett into a season 2 because I feel like now he's set up as the crime lord. I know he doesn't exactly enjoy it, but now he's set up as the crime lord. You know, Boba can be a bit dangerous. Maybe season 2 sees him do a few jobs and then either he realizes he wants something else or, oh yes, Cad Bane would be a fun show to make. We got Cad Bane in towels, but no excuse, we can't see any more. Always up for a bit more of Bane. What have we got? I feel like I've missed something up here. No. And they just finish off the leg. Fair dues. We've had a few shouts in the chat for a Cad Bane show. Like a full-on, not just towels, a full-on Cad Bane show. I do play Fortnite. Excited for the event tomorrow. Cannot wait to take the fight to the Emperor. There we go. There's the dish over the leg. And it still lets you bend it. But we weren't going to let us then. Just under 180 degrees, which ain't bad. And then how high are we placing this? Oh, all the way. Just like so. Oh, there we go. So we should be able to stand this up now. That might free some space on the desk. Pretty tall. Again, comparing it to the poly bag, it's yeah, it's just no chance it was competing. Quite like how the arm is. The front arm with the gorilla hand curving round. We definitely haven't finished this. I might have to bring this back. But I like these little spikes on it as well. And the little piston. We've got pistons on the front and back legs, just along here, which do move with the legs. That's an awesome touch. Right, there we go. You stand there, don't go anywhere. You're a bit wobbly right now. We'll fix you up another leg. Oh, wow. We're not doing the leg yet. What is this? Something, yes, it's pretty awesome, isn't it? I got this recommended from a comment. Very happy that I did now get to build it. That's the one with the hole in it. And this was just after building the Star Destroyer as well, which was another comment recommendation. Got a few other sets to get building before the summer wave. And I do think I'll try to pre-order. Try to pre-order a few of the new Lego Star Wars sets. Waiting for a sale is the right thing to do. Because come Christmas, they're all going to be a lot cheaper. Sometimes it's worth it. Oh, that is... Isn't that a cap if I've ever seen one? And this just goes straight on. Bring that down. I do have the slave one. I have the 20th anniversary, which I've turned into Django's. But more importantly, we got a big screen. We've got to big screen this. More importantly, we've got the UCS slave one, which we're building at 10k subscribers. We get closer and closer every time. I know we hit like 9 a week ago. I don't remember how long ago. It might have been a bit more than that. And we just hit 9.5 subscribers. So thank you to everyone that has subscribed. Let's have a little check at what 9.58. Oh, wow, that's crazy. Thank you. Thank you to everyone. 9.58. We're getting so close to building this at 10k. And I have heard the rumor that the Django Fett this year is staying exclusive. Lego are keeping on the tradition of exclusive minifigures, which was a big worry for some people. All right, that's the end of bag 5. On to bag 6 for the other leg. Minifigures from this bag are the other ones. But yes, Django Fett is meant to be staying exclusive. Big win for me. Hello there, Freeze the Pig. If you are looking at getting... So now we know Django Fett's arms are exclusive. If you are looking at getting some nice printed arms, keep an eye out for some customs. In the UK, Firestar, their arms are like £4, which is affordable when you're talking about custom printed arms. Some characters go for like 30 quid, which is quite something, isn't it? When you're looking at Lego sets about that price for one minifigure, don't know if I could ever pay 30 quid for a minifigure. Almost did, but not quite. Not quite yet. And now we're going to do the exact same, but on the other side and get the other leg built. But you can't see that. And I realize I've just shown off the minifigures to nobody. Can we get the light even brighter? Let's see if I can fix up this camera. I do have the UCS slave one right down here. This is the real deal. The UCS slave one. There you go. If you want a 360 of the box, you get a look at the stand on the back, which I don't think we're going to be fitting that stand. Oh, that's a nice side of the box art with Boba and Django in Django Slave 1. And we will be comparing it as well to the playset when that's out later this year. Let's see if we can fix this camera just a little bit. Let's have a look. What if we just up the brightness? Like up the brightness. Okay, I don't think that did anything. I was waiting for a dramatic increase in brightness. If it blinds you, I apologize. Hopefully you don't just shoot up in a second. That wouldn't be good. But yeah, we're building it at 10k subscribers. And That's going to be a blast. It's quickly approaching. It feels like a almost impending doom. Oh, did the brightness just work? No, I don't think it did. Almost. Tell you what I could do. Let me plug in a second light. There we go. We'll fix this. We'll get round to it. I'll be right back. Well, I guess I'm actually not going anywhere. Got the mic attached to me. There we go. You stand there. And may there be light. Hey! Oh, hey! How's that looking? A bit of a prude job on my end. But if it works, it works. It's very bright over the right hand side. Maybe I need a little light on the left. There we go. I do look a bit like a ghost. Booyah UCS Slave one a couple weeks ago. I'm so excited to be building it. I do think it's definitely my favourite UCS set that LEGO have released so far. So I'm happy that is the 10k set. I don't think I could have traded it for, honestly, any other set in LEGO's history. There's a few more that I would have been excited for, but not in terms of UCS stature. Like the Ewok houses, the Endor Ewok village. That would have been nice. But I don't think there's any other UCS sets that really match up to it. Sort of on its own in that category for me. Did some research, sorry, I butchered that. Turns out the creator of the 2003 Star Wars is also the creator of Samurai Jack. Oh, I didn't know that. Can't say I'm very fluent in Samurai Jack, but I know of its existence. It's quite fun when you find out someone that worked on, or even someone that was in something that you liked, also featured in something else. And when it's a few different things, it's even more fun. You realise there's so many connections. I guess it makes sense. They do something well and more people want to work with them. It's nice to see. Cartoon Network had some of the greatest shows back in the day. I don't know if it still does. I can't attest to that. But back in the day, Cartoon Network was the place. Even you go back long enough, not to make myself feel old or anything, but you know, you even had Tom and Jerry, Scooby-Doo and those sort of shows that later moved elsewhere. And all those movies for Tom and Jerry, Scooby-Doo were broadcast on Cartoon Network. It was very hard to beat it, I'm sure. All the good shows they had. Yeah, there we go. So that's like a little knuckle. Hello there, Ethan. I'm building the AT-M6, which is the AT-AT from The Last Jedi, which is a gorilla. When I say it's a gorilla AT-AT, you know, it's got some firepower on it, but it is an absolute... The way the legs go, take a look at this. The way the legs go at the front, that is a gorilla hand that's, you know, knuckled over and just crunching the salt beneath its feet. If they're on crate. If they're on crate. Salt-based, completely salt-based ground, isn't it? Just pure salt. Interesting planet.
Very slowly got a tea. Eating it because I was like, oh, my knee hurts. I'm like, oh, no, I want a tea.
It's like the hourglass from Repo. Yes, the official set from 2017. Got all the pieces out and we're building them with all of the pieces across the desk. Dan Povamir. Yeah, he's got some... he's in everything, isn't he? And if he's not in everything, it won't be long before he is in everything. I have a few little roles popping up. I tell you what, I don't think he's in Star Wars, but Phineas and Ferb did have a Star Wars special, so we'll let him get away with that. Kinda counts, right? So Doom Guy. Oh, didn't know that. Nice. This is the official set from 2017, the Lego set. And I also have, you can kind of see, the ghosts of the minifigures lining the right-hand side. Just missing that pilot's helmet. But for a 2017 set, I don't know many other sets I can compare it to. There were quite a few like original trilogy ones. But it's quite a nice build. I think it still holds up. If it was released today, yeah, solid build. If you want to go back and build it, highly recommend. That's the aim of the game, isn't it? To just break everything in the Lego games. That's how you get your money. That's how you get paid. Absolutely going ham, smashing everything in your path. That is quite literally how you get paid. I do feel like the feet are unfinished, but I'm assuming we'll get to that in a future bag. Mainly the knuckle bit here. There's just a few pieces that we just need to... We've also built this differently. We don't have the arm in there right now. We did the arm pretty much straight away. Oh, I didn't even scroll to that bit. There you go. Speaking of the arm, let's put it on. So we want a grey one and an arm. You do it. There we go. This one's going to be holding the piston, making sure we're limiting the foot. I guess 180 covers all different landscapes, because otherwise it's just going to be hanging there. You. It's even the foot, even the way this gorilla foot is attached to the rest of the AT-M6, it reminds me so much of that 2021 that I built. There's so many similarities that they've taken and run with, which makes sense, honestly. Why would they change it if they already had it working? But it's making me appreciate this more. This was 3 years before it. Which means that actually the AT-80 from 2020 copied this one. This is where it got all those good ideas from. Don't know if it was the same set designer. Oh, is this too small? This is too small. That's the one I want. My bad. Oh, there we go. I've not been on it with my Technic. In building this, the Technic has not been with me today. Well, actually, it's not been too bad today. It was yesterday. Yesterday it went with me. Lego should make a playset of the AT-80, especially now the UCS one. It's the perfect time, isn't it? Get a playset out. It's been 5 years. Maybe we won't get one this year because we do have the AT-ST, but I wonder if we'll get one next year. Quite funny as well. The AT-80, UCS AT-80 retires and we get a UCS AT-ST the year later. When that retires, are we getting like a UCS AT-RT or maybe even the UCS AT-TE? I would love that. I know many of us here today would love that. I know many of us watching on demand and elsewhere would love that. I think everyone would just love a UCS AT-80. Maybe not everyone, but there's a lot of us that would. I wonder if there's enough of us to purchase it though, because the playsets, I think the AT-ST is going to see that the playsets are, when it comes to smaller ships, just more popular. I don't know if a AT-TE UCS set would do as well as a playset, because we're not getting a load of clones with it. I don't think they'd do it like the Katana or any of those ships. So I have to wonder if we would see anything more like it. I'm not sure we would. But we'll have to see how the AT-ST goes. Maybe there's a few collectors that, just because of the name, you know, UCS, would be picking it up. Intrigued to see what this does as well. It just seems to hang there. Maybe that axle at the bottom is going to have another little pin with it. What are we doing next? We keep that way, I won't get confused. One of you in the middle. One of you aside. Nope. Oh, yep. Not out just yet. Really smart work of a lot of the brackets as well. Hanging just one stud over. That way they're really making the most of the leg space they've got, because there's not a lot. It's a 1x8 brick, and they don't want it to look too bulky. But Lego have done a good job. I have to find the designer's name. Not necessarily Lego doing this. Maybe instead of another AT-AT playset, we'll just get a UCS AT-TE. The AT-TE is still on the market, so as long as that's around, I think it'll be at least a year after that retires that we'll get UCS one. There's time for another AT-AT. But never say never. Lego surprised us before. It'll do it again. And probably a few more times again after that. 1, 2. This is nice as well. With the jumper. And then we've got the 3x1 slope. Don't know why Bricklink call it a 3x1 slope. 1x3 is good enough. And then it goes down to the little bulge for the dish. Is there any other Lego theme that I like other than Star Wars? I do like Ninjago. I don't have many Ninjago sets, figures, or the like. And there's quite a few that I like. I think Star Wars takes up the main interest. I buy a lot of the Star Wars stuff because I'm a Star Wars fan as well as a Lego fan. But I'm interested in Dreams, Ninjago, a lot of the Lego own IPs. And honestly, you know, Minecraft, the Disney, Marvel, all of that, and Harry Potter, a lot of those other themes. Just not as much as Star Wars, I think. When it comes down to it, a lot of the time, the sets that I buy that aren't Star Wars are usually for a piece I can use for a Star Wars minifigure or Star Wars build, or because I don't have any of the pieces yet. So I'm building my arsenal eventually for something Star Wars related. I'd probably go as far as saying I'm a Star Wars fan first and then a Lego fan. Love me some Lego. If I had to pick one, it'd be Star Wars. For sure. About Star Wars, I probably would have got into Lego. I was building Lego before Star Wars, but I was watching Star Wars before I built Lego. Inga, where are you? There was only 2 in the set. Alright. I'm pretty sure the other one was up here. Does not mean nothing though, because I've moved this around so much. There's a holiday AT-AT, yeah, meant to be a Christmas one, which I don't think the TIE Fighter's Christmas anymore. That's just rumoured to be a regular gift with purchase. But I'm intrigued what makes this AT-AT holiday. Yesterday, well, no, it was a bit longer than yesterday ago, but last year we built a few different Christmas Halloween AT-ATs. There we are. There's the ingot we are looking for. Let's move a few of these outwards. I was going to make a bit more space and I realised I've just smushed them back in. There we go. Spread it out a little bit. Yeah, the holiday AT-AT is going to be an interesting one. I wonder if it's tied into Rebuild the Galaxy at all. So far, all we've got is that hot rod of an AT-ST rumoured for Rebuild the Galaxy. Maybe the holiday AT-ST is part of it, because Rebuild the Galaxy Season 2 premieres September, I think it's like September 19th, something like that. And I wouldn't be surprised if there was a little Christmassy episode. That's when the Christmas special come out. So Lego could definitely fit a little Christmassy scene in there. Hope it isn't too Christmassy so the decorations could be removed. I think in terms of Christmassy, it's going to be the same as the Falcon. I don't see them doing it like the not like the Snowspeeder and, you know, just switching up the colour scheme completely. I think it's going to be a bit of snow, maybe something like antlers like we did last year, and then also have some lights on it. Hopefully fairly easy to remove with a clip. But we'll see just how Christmassy it is when they drop the official images. Don't think it will be too longer now because, well, we got the summer stuff that's on the horizon, and once that's out, we're looking forward to Christmas. I mean, there's September, October. I don't think they'll be too far behind the drop. Not the summer one. There we are. Hope they're not too far behind. I'm looking forward to see some of the other sets we're getting. Oh, the penultimate 1x6. Quite liking how the legs are built with this compared to the AT-AT. The AT-AT 3 years on from this set is very blocky. It's very, very blocky. Oh, a gingerbread AT-AT would be so fun if they just completely recolor it. Yeah, the only thing is with the AT-ST that we've got, that's perfect for a little Hothmock because it's ablaze. It's like it's been shot down. With an AT-ST, no, with an AT-AT or an AT-ST, I'm not sure the same applies as well. It's a bit harder to camouflage that. Possible for sure, but a lot harder. What are we doing here? Oh, that's where the 1x6 was needed. Forgot about that. Must have glossed over that step. Good thing I remember it from the last leg. There we are. So we've got the side of the gorilla's arm. Nice little spiky bits. And the piston that moves with it. Still waiting for that gingerbread clone trooper. I am. That would be a fun. Even if they did it like a battle pack. That would be really fun. Where's it at? Where did I pick it? Oh, it's right in front of me. The whole time. Always has been. And then in you go. It's the little details that make it look a bit more realistic than a Lego set usually does. And we're back to the million pins. Right, out you come. It's a bit more than 8. Didn't want that many. Did say out you come. I don't know, because we've got 4 pins here. Again, we don't need these middle ones in here. Maybe Lego do it because, well, it's a pin. It's quite easy to produce. But the amount of sets they make and the amount of extra pins. There's a black pearl rumoured for this year. Oh, that would help with the lack of pirate sets we've been getting recently. Wouldn't it? Another black pearl might be just what the theme needs. That old black pearl is worth a fortune. We definitely need a new one. And in fact, if it does well, and we could get some more ships or more Pirates of the Caribbean sets in general next year, and they do a little Lord of the Rings thing, maybe we'll see a few more IPs drop into that sort of icons range. Icons, yeah. Quite iconic, the black pearl. Just a little, just a little. Welcome back, Chase. And then the final grey base plate. Well, it's not a base plate. The final grey plate. The last one. And we're out of more 1x3s. Do I have any? Well, yeah, there's a few on this actually. Do I have any more behind me? Or, ooh, all right, we could be smart for this one. I don't know if we're going to need any more, but we could use some corner plates. Hoping they restore Lord of the Rings and Pirates of the Caribbean themes. That would be nice, wouldn't it? That would be nice. I don't think they could get it back up to what it was when it was coming out. I do think it was a different time. Right. Build in the OG Cloud City. Nice. Load of expensive sets. Black Pearl, Cloud City. I can see why Lego would want to redo them. and why they'd want to get in on some of that Bricklink action as well. With the resells, yes. Oh, 1x6? I don't have any more 1x6s. What have I used those for? See, I swap out pieces so much, I completely forget what I'm using for what. There we go. Plenty more from where that come from. Whole brick of them here. I think Lego could go back and do a few more of their... I think there's meant to be more like castle and that sets on the way. We've got a few, not castle related, but we do have a few leaks for next year already. And it does seem to be, as well as the new themes, they're keeping up with the old themes as well. Just hope a few of those don't fall behind with a new Pokemon theme and such, because surely Lego have separate designers for that theme. They can't be trying to split the workload. They need to get people that can just focus on not necessarily just one theme, but focus on the sets they're doing. Just so none of the themes fall behind and no sets feel like they've been rushed. Honestly, it doesn't really matter too much if they have been rushed. I know that's not great to say. I'd rather them not. I'd rather Lego take their time. But as long as they come out looking good, that's all right for me. As long as they don't look like they've been pushed along. I just realised I'm rattling that under the mic. Probably not the best while I'm talking. Hello there, that unknown guy. Welcome. Welcome back. Nice to see ya. And there's the other gorilla leg. Oh, no. We're missing one bit. You and you have 2 bits. 2 bits, not 1 bit. 2 bit. There we go. Gorilla leg is done. This is a set, and the final result is going to look a little bit like this, but a lot bigger. Take a look at what we've got so far. This is slightly taller than the recent AT-AT. There we go. Let's get the other leg on. And the legs aren't great, especially side on. The legs really aren't holding up too well. So I wouldn't say this set has aged too well, but considering you're going to be standing it on the legs anyway, it's aged well enough. A nice Gorilla AT-AT. You can see where it gets its name Gorilla at now with those front 2 legs. I'm just hoping we can finish off the front 2 legs. Right here, you can just see it on the camera. They don't seem to be too well finished. I don't know exactly why this is. Oh, we're using our fancy little Technic piece. With you. And you. I realise I've just put it in front of where I'm reading chat. There you go, move you along a little bit. Have to go soon, you're gonna watch Andor. Oh, enjoy, enjoy. Yeah, the little poly bag is actually really fun. It's, again, similar to the AT-AT poly bag, which I think personally is a no-brainer. Of course it'll be similar. It's a 4-legged walker. But yeah, it's quite similar. And this, oh wow, this goes, what, on here? And then goes in, no, it goes in one, it goes in there. There's no room for it to go in there. Is there? Is there meant to be room for it to go? Is there not meant to be 3 pins here? So it's telling me to put it through there, but I've got a pin in. Was I not meant to do that both sides? No, I wasn't. Okay. Serves me right for going ahead, probably. Let's remove that pin. We'd be missing one later as well, wondering where it went. Easier to put in. Did we lose any pieces? No, doesn't seem to be. We'll find out once we finish it. And then we've got a little like side bit little side mount just down here. And that goes all the way in. Sweet. That's quite nice. A little rounded off piece. Indeed, for Andor. Yes, can't be missing that. Hello there, building the Republic gunship, but very excited for the Palpatine figure. The Palpatine's probably a highlight for that set. It was a bit disappointing seeing Fox with the very, very few differences, shall we say. It's not too bad with Fox, at least. But the fact that they did get a few bits, I wouldn't even say wrong. One of the bits was wrong, one of the bits was kind of wrong, and obviously the dual molded legs or lack of and printed arms isn't making anything any better. But the Palpatine nailed it. The Padme is even a really nice minifigure. And just getting more Republic, getting more of the Coruscant Guard. That's what I was looking for. Getting more of the Coruscant Guard is also a really nice addition to our collection. There we go. Make sure the legs clipped in properly. And wow, we are speeding through. I mean, it's been an hour. It's been an hour and we've done 2 legs, but I think we are speeding through this today. Getting it done nice and swiftly. And now we've got the neck. This is done differently, very differently. But I have to assume this is the neck. Yeah, there's nothing else it can be. Well, not that I can see. Stacking these like some sort of cake. Just 2 studs on the left and right, which have got to be top and bottom. Have they not? Top and bottom or left and right. So they're like that. And then in the gaps, we've got these pieces which hold on the Falcon, in the Dark Falcon. Yeah, that's got to be top and bottom. And we flip it and get a 1x3. Nice. 1x3 in light bluish grey. I'm hoping is the new one. Is the new 1x3. You are 3 of them. Cake, yes, this would be a love. What do you think an 80/80 cake would taste like? Metal is probably the obvious answer. Yeah, top and bottom. There you go. Nice tiered neck for our gorilla AT-M6. And that goes on the bottom. We are actually clipping it in. There you go, you get a nice close-up of this. We got a little connection on the bottom and the top. And we slot that in. There we go. It's in there nice and secure. And the Technic pins also line up there. Not half bad. Hello there, Mr. Brickman. Welcome. Welcome. We're building the AT-M6. Yeah, the gingerbread hat. That would be lovely. Oh, I like a bit of gingerbread. I've seen on the TV. I don't watch much TV, but it was on in the background earlier, and they've started advertising for Christmas movies. Can't remember what channel it was, but there was like Christmas movie weekends or something leading up to Christmas. Christmas! It's June. What do you mean Christmas movie weekends? Yeah, I could go for some gingerbread right now. Thank you. Wish you had that. Yes, I didn't pick up this set when it originally came out. It was 2017 when it originally came out, and there was a few other. I wasn't going for a lot of the Last Jedi sets. I got the Battle Pack. That was nice and cheap. I think I got gifted Arcto quite a bit later, actually. Quite a bit later. All right, what was I doing yesterday with the axles to slot them in? I can't remember. But it was some... Oh, the brick separator. Yes. I remember now. I don't know how I was doing it, though. This is difficult. Maybe the tip of it. There we go. We'll try it with that. There we... Come on. We got this. But this is, Last Jedi. This is the vehicle that attacks Luke on Crate. All right, I might have to find another way of doing this. I don't know how we did it yesterday. Keep slipping. Definitely buy the new turbo tank. Does it look that good? I'm excited to be seeing the official. I like legos.com images because you get a 360. And that is fun. Bless you. No problem. Right, this does not seem to be going in. We don't like that. You gotta go in. You're not getting a choice about it. Oh, come on. Get in there. No, all right. We'll try the other piece. There you are. Turbo tanks meant to be coming with Bly Ayla Secura and a ton of battle droids. It's nice to see we're getting some named characters, which is expected in every single set to come with at least one of them, unless it's like a battle pack, in which case you'd hope not to see any. But it's nice to see mostly droids in that set. I wouldn't mind the battle packs being the same. Mostly droids. Something we definitely need. It's interesting when the brick separator goes in the hole easy, but the rest of them don't. All right, there we go. Now we are talking. Come on, pop you out the other side. All right. Lovely jubbly. Now it'll go in no problem, won't it? No, still need. The axles aren't with us today. There we go. We got it in. Simon, that is a great idea. That is also going down on my list. A Zillow Beast would be a Zillow Beast would be a good UCS set. Because of the detail, they could then have the printed scales if they want to do something like the dragon we got for the Chinese New Year. That's a good idea. That is a good idea. I'll keep that one in mind. And you might see, I've got a few other things. I think June is packed as far as ideas I'm trying to get out. You might not see it soon, but you'll definitely see it. Oh, have I am very sorry, Ethan. I've just seen your super chat. I didn't have it up. Thank you so much. It's a lot. Donating anything is a lot. But thank you so much. I am fun. Thank you. Thank you. Super chats are pretty fun as well. You count yourself fun. Thank you for the donation. I was planning at some point to add super chats to the members board, and then we've gone through a period where we've actually got quite a few donations. Shout out to everyone that has donated, because there would be no room left on the members board for new members. But thank you, Ethan, for the donation. Best Lego Battle Pack, 2008 Clone Trooper Walker, hands down. I will die on that hill. It was my first Lego set, so I'm not necessarily saying it beats the rest, but for me, yeah, it's got my it's my favorite for sure. Oh, thank you, Ethan. Glad to be one of the first, one of the rare cases, eh? There we go. And then make sure we can get. Thing is, I click the brick separator through it, and there we go. All right. Yeah, thank you very much. Means a lot. It does. Put that towards more Lego, I think. Hope you enjoy some of the videos we have planned, because there's a lot of mocks like the Zillow Beast coming up. Like I said at the start of the stream, I don't know if you're around, Ethan, I am finally finishing my upscaled Grogu that's just in the back. Finally worked out the slopes today, 3D printed the rest of the parts that I need, and now we can move forward with the final steps. So I am super excited to be getting that going. In you go. In you go. Come on. No? Why are you not? Why are you not going? Don't know what that is. Oh, because I had it wonky. How am I going to display the AT-M6? That's a good question, because, well, I don't have any room. Right now, I don't know if you can see it, but the Star Destroyer is on top of the Dark Falcon. I need to have a little mix up with my display. I've got a few older ships that I could definitely take down, and I've still got the final part of the Lego City. Does anyone remember when I had a little Lego City? And, well, the room was so different then. Still got the final part. The Lego store and the sitcom tower are the final two parts of that city that have survived all this time. Oh, put the wrong side in. There we go. Straighten out. But yeah, I'm probably gonna put it on one of the. Actually, it might fit on the shorter shelves, or I could always put it just there. I'm gonna have to think long and hard about that. Oh. I do usually have sets on rotation as well. So for instance, this will be up for quite a while because I don't know when exactly I'm going to be making a video on it. But once I've done the video, it will probably be parted out a few weeks later to make room for a lot of the August sets. I'm going to have to make quite a bit of room for those August sets. So I feel like when they come knocking, this will be one of the first to go. And there's a few other older models that I'm still waiting to build other mocks with, so I can clear those off as well. But displaying Lego sets is always a hassle. You've always got to sacrifice one set to make room for another. Well, I do. Depends how you store your collection. Most of my collection, I guess, is in part bins, and that enables me to build quite a few different mocks, like this AT-M6. This set has been parted out. I didn't decide to go crazy and just open all the bags at once, although I wouldn't put it past me. How are you going in? You just, oh, like this. You prefer displaying your Legos to make it look like a cool scene. I have a few of them like that. Okay, right now there's quite a few piles, actually. I have a nice scene of R2s gathering on the far side, but there's not. Yeah, I should have a few similar sets. Maybe I mix it up. Maybe this AT-M6 is attacking like a Star Destroyer or something. We just go crazy. I have a few mechs as well on display. They'll go well with this. Every new set is an upgrade to the scene that makes it more messy. More messy, but just as you said, also more fun as well. A few more ships to the battle. Oh, and this goes up in the middle. This is tricky. This set is very tricky. I have to give it credit for that, because you're constantly squeezing parts in other parts. I mean, you know, it's tricky for what it says on the box. Whichever age is on there, you'd be able to build it. Oh, I pulled a Technic piece off. Stay on. There we, no. You know, oh, I put it on the wrong way, haven't I? No, I haven't. Oh, it's got a pin. Aha. Yeah, the Technic in this, I haven't had the best of times with. Maybe this would be a, oh, we can't pull this off. This is deep rooted. All right, can't pull it off. On it goes. I think it's just the fiddly bits, you know, the little bits that are, hey, we got it. Yes, we did it. And then we've got another, and oh no, we can't have it. Oh, let's put you, sir, back there. Yeah, make sure you're not running off anywhere. Are we not holding this in with anything? We've got so many more. Oh, sorry, I missed your comment, didn't I? Yes, big fan of Count Dooku minifigure. It's expensive. Do I know where you can get one? Definitely have a little Google. Let me have a little look at a few of the custom sites I've bought from. No, it's all the Dooku. Go to Google. No, it seems to be all just Dooku. There's a few, you know, knockoffs and that hanging about. They're actually quite expensive for the knockoffs. One thing I could say, if you don't mind hanging around and trying to get a good deal on it, have a little look at Filoni Clones. They do have a few custom minifigures, and they might get a Dooku in over on Whatnot, that is. If you're in the UK, if you're not in the UK, then maybe have a little look if there's anywhere else that has custom minifigures and see if they can get you in like a non-Lego Count Dooku. That you're only looking at a couple quid for. An original, the official Lego one, yes. That would be nice. And the hilt. It's the only Lego hilt I don't have. The Count Dooku one. But like with the Windu Blade. So the Windu Blade is exclusive to the light up Windu minifigure. And it's slightly different to the purple. So I'd rather pick that up in person. And the same with Dooku's hilt. Because it's only made in chrome, I'd rather pick it up in person so I don't end up getting a damaged one. Because that's paying out for a chrome lightsaber and then it arriving damaged, or even if it gets damaged in the mail, something like that. It's just not a great story. So they do need to release it, and it's a shame that the newer Sarge hilt isn't looking to be a metallic silver and is looking to be the same grey. I really hope it is a metallic silver and we just haven't seen it yet. But we'll have to wait for the Lego official images and we'll get a clearer look, I'm sure. I think in terms of a new set about Count Dooku, Revenge of the Sith is the perfect opportunity maybe to get another Attack of the Clones, like a diorama, and then we can get an Anakin as well. That could be quite cool. And maybe even throw in a Phase 1 clone. Why not? Have a little bit of fun. We've noticed a bit more recently that Lego is starting to have a bit more fun with minifigures. Not being too accurate, but, you know, throwing in a few fun ones that are close enough to the scene. And we've got quite a few Clone Wars sets as well. Hoping Lego would release a Palpatine's Rescue. That would be perfect, wouldn't it? For that Count Dooku. We got a Brickheads. We didn't even get a Count Dooku Brickheads. We got... I guess I couldn't substitute any of them for Dooku. Not really. Maybe Padme. Maybe Padme for Dooku. Because then we'd have Grievous. Oh no, actually maybe Windu has to fight with maybe we just add an extra 6th character as Dooku. Maybe that would work. We've already got Kenobi. So I think Kenobi was out from the start. And maybe we could have got a different Padme costume. We do have the Queen Amidala and the Revenge of the Sith Padme. So I guess that counts. I don't know how many different versions of other Brickheads we've got. That's that'd be a good little research, that. See how many other Brickheads we got multiple of. Batman doesn't count. He's got the 8-in-1. That's cheating. Yeah, Dooku doesn't show up as prominently in Revenge of the Sith. Maybe he is considered an Attack of the Clones. So, brings me to the next question. 5 Attack of the Clones characters. Who are we putting in a Brickheads set? Mine would be Dooku. We have to go with Dooku. He's the villain of it. We've got Dooku. We've already got Kenobi and Anakin. So I wouldn't... Although we could get Kenobi and Anakin with our Attack of the Clones versions. They do show up for the most part. Padme's got a lot of outfits. I think probably the most notable are the like the wedding gown maybe at the end. They don't show up enough. And we've got Sand. Yes, Sand has to be. I'd put Dooku, Anakin, Kenobi, which I kind of feel like are filling up spaces other people can use. We've got a Yoda Brickheads, don't we? I tell you what, a B1 battle droid and a Phase 1 clone trooper. That would be a good idea. Then we get the clone trooper and battle droid Brickheads. And that battle droid Brickheads would look awesome. That'd be a nice one to pick up. Yeah, Attack of the Clones, it would make sense as well. With the... I guess the clones show up at the end. I'm thinking more Battle of Geonosis. Maybe we could throw in, instead of Anakin and Kenobi, maybe like Coleman Trevor and also... Oh, wait, Jango Fett. Jango Fett's a good one. No, never got a Fett. Oh, no, we didn't, did we? We got a Phase 2 Cody. And we never got a phase 1 trooper. A phase 1 Rex would have done well. And I don't know why we didn't get Rex. Because Cody had a helmet as well. Can't have been that. Otherwise we wouldn't have got Cody so quickly. Where's the 1x6? Oh no, there's like a handful of pieces left. Huh. I'm pretty sure it's not here. No, got it. Yes. How did we forget about Django? Yeah, maybe a Django and like a boat. Maybe we could just go clones. Phase 1 clone, Django, young Boba, phase 2 clone, and 99. There you go. There's the 5. Not really Attack of the Clones. Phase 2 doesn't work. Maybe we get a clone pilot, a regular clone, Django, Boba, and a Kaminoan. Kaminoans are clones. They're not clone troopers, but they are indeed clones. So I think we'll get away with that one. We're stealing this as well from the AT-AT, the modern AT-AT. Basically making 2 of these. Playing Roblox. I don't play Roblox. I don't have anything against it. It's just one of the games I've not played, and I don't think I'll ever get around to playing it. Nothing against it again. You know, maybe a sponsored video if you're watching Roblox. I'll sell out for anything, but yeah, not got around to playing it. And the red is at the back, is it? Yeah. Red start. Oh, can we even clip these down together? They fit just about, but that did not feel legal to put them on at separate times. I think we probably should have gone and put those on at the same times. Have I played Battlefront recently? I haven't, Ethan. I am going to play it, I think, on Saturday. I think tomorrow, on Saturday. Tomorrow, after the Fortnite event ends, if there's enough time, we'll get at least 1 game of Battlefront in. And that will be picking up where Fortnite leaves us off. The event tomorrow is the end of the season, and now it's time for some Battlefront. What do you think? Definitely need to play some more of that. Great game. Imagine if all the clones were named Django followed by a number. Yeah, instead of CT, it was Django 7567. Django 5555. That's quite fun, actually. Django version 2. Django version 3. All the way up to, you know, 7,000 odd. So many Djangos. It'd be a bit like Invincible, with the clones not knowing who the original Django is. They just call each other Django as well, just to confuse things. Everyone's called Django. The identifier is just that, an identifier, if need be. Nice little cockpit. And this goes, what, here? Yeah. Nice. Little angle to it, and that's where the driver sits, I'm going to assume. And the little perch at the front. Oh. This has got teeth. Just wait till you see the next step. Let's flip that little mould mark on that Lego brick. Make sure we flip that around. Hide that away. Never much into Battlefront 2, but had to play some to join the protest. Yes, for Battlefront 3. Universal, we saw earlier. My partner showed me Universal has joined the protest for Battlefront 3. Whoever runs their like PR team, whoever runs the TikTok account, I think it was, or Shorts, has definitely joined the fight on purpose, riding that wave. Yeah, we'll have to play some Battlefront 2. And then next week, rather than playing some more Battlefront, because we're playing it on Saturday, I got recommended Split. Yeah, Universal was in the movie company. I know. Universal were posting about it. Splitgate 2. I was meant to play the demo, and I never ended up playing it. That ended today. So the beta closed today, and the game's officially out. But I'm going to re-download or update or whatever that needs, that game, and play some of that. So that's going to be plenty of fun to do. I'm sure. Let's have you and colour swap. Don't know much about Splitgate, but it has portals in it, and honestly, I was one at that. Has portals, and it looks like a fun time. And then you, 1, a 2, make sure you are in there solid. We might need another Technic bit just to hold that firm. Oh, look at that. We got another Technic bit. Perfect timing. Make sure you're angled at the right angle. Don't know. I might have to pop those. Where's the big Technic? There we go. Line you. All right, you're coming back here. Is it like Portal mixed with a shooter? It seems to be. It seems to be. I haven't actually watched anyone play it either. I quite like the experience of going completely blind into these things. So I'm going to be in for a shock on how to play. Should probably look up the controls first. All right, come on. In you go. I'll tell you what we can do. Shimmy you down. Nope, nope, you stay in. We just need you down a little bit. All right. Yep. Yeah, it's got... I don't really know how the portals work as well. I assume it is quite literally like Portal the game. So we got Battlefront and Battlefront 2 mixed with Portal 2, which was multiplayer, is Splitgate 2. 2 plus 2 equals 2. It's the only time that math is going to work out. There we go. And then flip you upside down, back in. Take you out. There we go. Perfect. No, not perfect. I need a free finger. Perfect. Hey. No. Oh, come on. Come on. You got this. I think that might have been holding these apart a little bit more. I was saying that then. What if I was to flip it? No, it wouldn't flip. Oh, what I could do. What was it that was in here? No, it isn't this one. Oh, wait. I used the pins instead. Extra little bit of support. Don't mind me. Yeah, there we go. Hello there, Theodore. Welcome to the stream. We are building the AT-M6, which is currently going for a bit of a bit of a switch up. Well, it's not. It's still the AT-M6. As of right now, it's headless. Hey, there we go. And you secure the whole thing. No. No. You're not securing the whole thing. There we go. There we go. Securing the whole thing. Nope, you're not going through. All right. What I'm trying to do is get this. I haven't had a lot of fun with the axles here. I do think some of the technique is interesting, but I think it's just not going. Yeah, there you go. And now that's fully connected. There we go. Nothing wrong. Nothing wrong with it. But I'm interested to see how Splitgate works. Because of that portal dynamic, I think it's going to be very fast-paced. I don't think there's going to be a lot of stop and start in, or like with Fortnite, where you take a second, gather your thoughts. Because someone can just portal straight behind you, I think it's going to be a lot of running around and a lot of losing our minds on it, which I'm excited for. And that'll be sometime next week. We'll be playing that, as well as Repo Wednesdays. That's not going anywhere. What is that transparent? So this is actually meant to be a dark bluish grey. I don't own the dark bluish grey, but I do own a transparent piece which lets us see through into the rest of the shoulder, which does, I will admit, make it easier to do a video on it. So yeah, it's a personal change I've made. Usually any other recolors are like light bluish grey to dark bluish grey to black, that sort of thing. We don't go for exact colours here. As long as it still looks good, we do tend to mix it up. Sometimes as well, you saw earlier me running off to get a few pieces. Sometimes it's just preference. I think a different colour might accentuate a few different features on it. So nothing against Lego. They know what's best to put out into the world. We do like to mix up our Lego sets though. I do. I like to mix up my Lego sets just a little bit. Add that little bit. It's like a personal touch. It's also helpful when I do my videos and that certain shots, you know, stops them getting ripped and used elsewhere. So it's a bit of a protection, I guess, against the content, as well as the fact I think it just looks not better, but different. And different is enough. Hello there. 5 subs, hoping to get. Oh, no problem. Yeah, it's a game of working hard. Subscribers on YouTube, good luck to you. Good luck. But I am so behind in videos. That's what I spent all day doing. Whilst I was building Grogu, the giant Grogu, I'll bring out Grogu in a second. I was just catching up on videos. And then right before I went live, shout out minifigure Jez, working on a few other upscaled projects. If you're interested, go check him out. Posted right before I went live. So I've got another video now to catch up on. I'll have to watch that straight away. Finally get on top of the videos, and let me guess, in the last 2 hours, everyone's posted. And there's another set of videos to catch up on. Not complaining. Might sound like it. I promise I'm not complaining. It's always fun watching other projects. Especially when I've got so many of my own. Alright, you there. Oh no, you on the other side. You're not there. All for customization. Yeah, it is quite nice when you're building a Lego set and you'll think, oh, I could do this, or why don't I do that? And then you run with it, and before you know it, sometimes we do switch up sets quite a bit. The Dark Falcon, we rearranged the interior to match the original Falcon, and that was nice and fun. Where is this 1x4 Technic brick? I usually stack them. I think I genuinely don't have this. Why am I missing a tech? Maybe I just did not see ×2 in the instructions. Whee. Also, when you are building your Lego set, I feel like Lego don't promote customization anywhere near, and I'm so lazy just wheeling back and forth on this chair. We're going to be lazy in today's stream. We've earned it. But yeah, Lego don't promote enough customization like they used to with some of the sets and some of the builds that whack on the backs of the sets. I would like to see a bit more of that going forward. They don't have to make an alternate build necessarily, but give it to a few designers and then have a little look. Have a little look, see what they can build out of the parts. That's actually quite a fun activity. Maybe they can make a little game out of it. Whoever builds the best build gets the next UCS set. Turn it right into a game, eh? Destroyed your Dark Falcon to make it into Vader's castle. Oh, I am making note of that. Vader's castle with the Dark Falcon. Oh yeah, I've seen, oh, well, there's a few different builds that have come up. That's a good idea. I tell you what, Ethan, you're onto something. I mean, you might have seen it from it, but you let me know. So thank you for that. I might have to do the same. Vader's Castle was one of those sets that I kept seeing on Amazon, and it was never reduced when I was looking. It must have gone down at some point, but I was watching it, and then one day it just retired and was no longer on there. Never got the chance to pick it up because I like the transport troopers. The stormtroopers with a little blue on them. I don't think they're particularly canon, maybe from a comic or so. And then you've also got Vader's Bacta as well. Yeah, it was such a good set, and the fact it was exclusive to Amazon I think knocked it down a peg for me, because I weren't ordering too many sets off Amazon, to be honest. That's a recent thing for me. Is this the top of the... Oh yeah, this must be the top of the head. It goes on there and clips in somewhere. Oh, I wonder if this clips in the middle and I've just filled that up. Hopefully not. Hello there, Two Clone Bricks. Am I using parts not... Oh yes, so I'm using my own parts. This has been built out just to show that some Lego sets, you know, don't cost an arm and a leg. This costs $180 to buy it fresh now, but parting it out is pretty much absolutely free. So on Monday, I run through a few of the different parts and how we could build those if you don't own them, because that's a handy thing to know. Not every Lego element needs to be present. You just need to know how to build it. There's that 1, 2. And now we're building the actual AT-M6. Most of the parts here are present. This is, for the most part, the actual pieces you're going to need, but there are a few different color swaps and spare pieces that we change as we go on. Oh, Vader Immortal video game. They probably are. You are right there. That was a good game. Split up into like 3 chapters, which was nice because it meant I didn't stand in VR the whole time. I'd be soaked with sweat afterwards. The PlayStation VR especially, it is not built for cool and comfort during the summer. That's for sure. I think as well, if you played it when it came out, you'd have had to wait for the next section. I didn't. They were all out when I played it. So that was probably like a fun weekend or something that I dedicated to that game. But the storyline to it, it explains quite a bit. Until you get to the sequels, I don't know how they're going to go about explaining that. If they do, they might not. But it does explain quite a bit about Mustafar himself. Yeah, it's quite good. I think if you're not a fan of VR as well, because it is just straight VR games, I'd recommend... Wait, where are you going? You're going there. I'd recommend watching a little playthrough on YouTube of someone else playing through it, because it tells you so much about like Vader and some of the things going on in Vader's castle, but also it's yeah, it doesn't affect anything up until the sequels. It doesn't affect anything. We get a glimpse of Mustafar and it's a little change in the sequels. We haven't got the explanation just yet, but I'm sure it's Star Wars. There's an explanation for everything. You just gotta dig deep enough in one of the comics or one of the George Lucas interviews, eh? It is because he said it is. That used to be the answer. Now we want something a bit more solid. Oh, come on in. And again, sure, we're going to have to do this on the other side, but I want to be extra sure. So I'm not going to do anything just yet until we get around to it. It's a good sign when we have double every piece though. And then this is the underside. One slope. There you are. Might look into it. Yeah, definitely worth a watch. Had a lot of fun playing that. Oh, you don't. Oh, I tell you what, it's because you're not up. Yeah, there you go. Oh, that's a mean face. That is. Take a look. That is a mean face. The eyebrows on that. It's not straight. Is there a reason it's not straight? There you go. Look at that, just giant monobrow. Definitely looks like looks like a gorilla as well. Wouldn't want to come face to face with it. Oh, we're not doing the other side. It's making us wait. Drawing out the process. It is, isn't it? I like the little blasters coming right out of the face. I feel like they might burn some of the drivers inside. Maybe the little cockpit is a bit resistant to it. And the fact we got some side windows is nice. That's not present on the original, on the AT-AT. Very limited visibility actually on the ATs. There we are. Let's get a few more of these slopes. I will say, having not measured out these slopes, I'm awfully fast running out of dark bluish grey ones. I got a ton of the grey ones from the AT-AT. There's quite a few of them down there as well. But not a lot of the dark bluish grey ones. Oh, there we go. Saved by the 1-bys. We can push through. A load of them in here. Do need double the amount, but we should be safe. One way to find out. Make sure I'm building this on camera so you can all see it. There we are. And just whilst I'm here with the tub, I might as well count them out for the other side. So what's that, 6? We might need a few more at the end. This is what I've been doing the whole day, counting out the slopes, seeing if I have enough pieces for Grogu's pram, because we weren't just building one piece, we were building 4 of the exact same piece. Someone posted a dark gunship. Oh, yeah, we've got to have the piece. I think the hardest piece would be the engines. But there's a few slope elements, isn't there? Once I've broken down my Dark Vader, my Dark Vader? A giant mech. A giant Vader mech out of it. Now that's fun. But once I've broken down my Vader's castle, I might just have to build the gunship as well. A Dark V19 Torrent. If you can build the gunship, you can build the V19 Torrent. If you can build the V19 Torrent, you can build... I sound like one of those ads now. Hello there, Bionic Dragon, welcome back. It's going good so far. It's looking a bit, it's looking a bit goofy actually without the whole of the head. But this might be the side panel we need to finish it off. At least on this side. Although there's no space for that 1x2 brick to shine through, I don't think. Not really. Anything, yeah. Black and red is a nice colour scheme. I think that with the white and the dark red as well, I think that's a really nice colour scheme. Oh. Wait, what? Oh, I've not put anything on the underside. I quite like some of the Star Wars colours besides that. Full of good colour schemes. There we are. 2x3, got 2 of those. And now it's making sense with this underneath. That underneath and that in between. White and dark red give Republic. I think also the pairings of them. Certain pairings, red and blue's quite nice. Because I think of not Anakin defeating Dooku, but like Superman. And it gives those sort of vibes. Yeah, I guess maybe I pair up my colours. Pretty sure all my favourite colours can be explained by some sort of pairing like that. Back around. You need the grey ones. You. Here we go. Look at that. That's looking sleek. Considering how the rest of this build looks, which isn't bad, but it's not this sleek. This is looking nice and sleek. What just happened? What just happened? Skywalker Saga is this? Right, let's hide you in there. And there's a grey, there you go, grey donut. Donut with a hole in it. Very flipping it back and forth. I think it could have been better to start with the base, build the underside, and then flip it around. Again, nothing against the set, but personal preference. I like building from the ground up rather than flipping it around. It's a bit easier to do. You hit 300 subscribers. Awesome work. Nice one. It's good to hear. You've oh, what's Kenobi say? You've taken your first steps in a much larger world. There you go. Kenobi says that to Luke Skywalker when I think it's when he first ignites his saber. Which is kind of like the 300 subscribers. How many subscribers did Luke have? Huh? I don't think Luke had that many subscribers. Did I get any of the June sets? I didn't. I didn't get any. Yeah, I built Plo Koon's Starfighter beforehand because I was trying to work on a minifigure scale ship. And the other sets, I'm kind of waiting for a sale because it's not going to be long and they're all going to be on sale, aren't they? It's usually the case. I do think it's wise for some of the smaller sets, maybe hanging out for like a Lego sale or saying, can using those to fill your basket. But I think a load of the new sets coming out are also expensive enough to fill the basket anyway, aren't they? Yeah, I will be picking up Plo Koon's Starfighter one day. I don't know about Maul's mech and the battle pack. I definitely want maybe 2 of the battle pack. We'll see how they feature going forward if I pick up any more when they retire. But definitely waiting on a sale with the August sets coming. Oh, come on. In you go. In you go. Why? Alright. Off you come. What's up? This ain't the easiest thing to pull off either. There we go. Alright, what's up? Maybe this will work easier. It's quite hard putting them against them, putting the Technic clips and all the Technic pins in whilst they're flat against it. Got the battle pack with a discount. Lovely. I did see a few online stores as well with a discount. All sold out by the time I got around to looking at them, but I've got to keep my eye out for these. Only thing you see white and dark red is the Delta Starfighter. It's been burnt. There's the Delta Starfighter, there's the gunship that has white and dark red. There's a V19 Torrent that's coming out later this year with a white and dark red. What else is there? Ahsoka's Eater, which is white and dark red. Again, like Kenobi's Delta, like you said. Build is very disappointing, but the Death Troopers are sick. Yeah, I do think the same. The build, I'm not sure if I need another. Because it's the Trooper dropship. Not sure if I need another one of those. I could have done without it, but the Troopers make it worthwhile. I can't wait to get the Troopers. Alright, another little... Oh, this is a turret. Oh. It's a flick missile, but it's not a proper flick missile. Looks like a Minecraft bee. It does. I see what you mean. I'm intrigued to see how the wings are held on, because they got a few... Actually, don't the wings have... They have a few triangle elements. Is it the 1x2, the 1x2s, or is it the 2x3s though? Because the 1x2s are coming out in a magazine here in the UK in about a week's time. But if they're in a battle pack, I wonder if I would still pick up that magazine. They might be the bigger pieces. The Nexo Knight piece, okay, it's the slightly larger one. So I'm definitely still picking up that magazine. And how are they held on? How are those... Because the little wings are held on, it looks like by a bar piece. But I wouldn't know how that would support the wing. Unless they use an under tile. Because that has the bar hole in it. Check the name on Bricklink. Yeah, I'll be able to search it then. This cone is not going in. Are there certain cone pieces that these are official Lego bricks as well? I'd like to point out these aren't like knockoff bricks or anything. These are official Lego bricks, and this cone element just is not going in whatsoever. All right, let's try with another one. Come on. Come on. Nope. Okay. Well, we have now lost this piece to the eternity of this cone being stuck on it. I guess that's going to do for the blaster. There's not much more we can do about that. And the blue... Nope, the blue is sticking out just a little bit on there. If I were to nitpick, the blue's sticking out just a little bit. But it is a little bit enough. And then, oh yeah, we've already filled this up. I'll tell you what I can do. Let me grab you, and I want 2 of you as well. That'll work. That would work better, actually, than the little makeshift thing I've done to hold it together. 2. Where are you? I'm looking for the little stopper. Ah, here we go. Yellow, pink, grey, white. I think we go with grey because I don't want it sticking out. And this is... I don't think there was anything there. I think this is just to fill a gap at the neck. Where you've got the 2 different... Actually, we've got pins in there. We do have pins. So this might not be needed. Can't find it on Bricklink, but it's the tiny rod piece with a circle. Oh, the superhero poser. Looks like the thing from the Battleship board game. Yeah, the little superhero poser that comes with the CMFs. I know what you mean. Oh, you're not coming out now, are you? You are stuck. Yeah, I don't want to know how long this is going to take to part out. I might have to do that on stream just to count the hours put into breaking this thing down. All right. You stay there. Hopefully the head doesn't pop off when I do this. Is attached to the inverted 1x3 tile. Nice. Yeah, that happens to have a hole in the middle. They used the tile for the Dark Trooper attacks, but they didn't use the inverted stud on it. I don't know where else that's been used. Hello there, Jan. Welcome back. All right, let's do surgery on this AT-80. Hey. For some reason, maybe I'm not putting enough pressure. I don't like putting a lot of pressure on these bricks because it's Lego and it can snap. But for some reason, the brick separator makes it seem so easy. You wait there. If I do happen to get the new Death Trooper Battle Pack, I should make an Imperial dropship. Oh, that's a great idea. Because they've popped up in so much, like content-wise, with the games, with the books, with the comics. They're continuously showing up. Should you get the gunship or the walker with Cody? Big fan of Clone Troopers. I'd probably go for Cody, because you would be better off getting a Coruscant Guard through a third-party custom site. But in saying that, I did enjoy the gunship build. Perhaps what you could do, we are parting this set out today, so perhaps the best thing to do is to part out the gunship, make it Imperial, make it a regular gunship maybe even, using the instructions, and then to buy the AT-TE, because that AT-TE is as good as the last one, honestly. Very happy. Very happy to have bought the AT-TE. Thankful to have both of the official sets as well. Really like the Palpatine and the Padme minifigure. Big grabs for the for the gunship, sorry. If only they come with the AT-TE as well. I wouldn't mind duplicates of them. But yes, there are... I think Cody and the Gunner. So you're debating between don't care for canon as long as it looks cool. Yeah, I agree with that. And you're debating between Palpatine and Padme or Cody and the Gunner. The AT-TE Gunner is still exclusive to that set. I think it will be exclusive because I feel like LEGO are about to switch up Clone Troopers. When I know for sure, I'll have a little video explaining why. I don't want to put it... Oh, you remember that monobrow that stuck out on the AT-M6's head? It doesn't actually stick out. I don't think I had the back bit put in properly. Now we've fixed that up. It's looking good. What have I done then? What did I end up doing to it? There we go. I don't know. Tempted to make the dark gunship. I'll have to try and build some sort of dark gunship. I looked down there as if the gunship was there. I'm parting out the last... When I made the wing modification, I never parted out the wings. So... middle of parting that out as well. Like the idea of the gunship. The gunship is an awesome vehicle. I definitely think if you're in it for the gunship, parting it out is a great idea. There we go. On you go. Only one pin as well holding this in. Oh, actually, there's no pins right now. There we go. One pin holding in the head. It's a little wonky. What's up with that? It just did not want to connect. Oh, come on. Let's sit you down here. It just popped straight off. Why? Oh, because this bottom... All right, we'll put that piece down there. The bottom piece is colliding with it. Wait, where did this connect to? So that's upside down. So that was there. There we go. Now it's connecting. Doesn't fold. Oh, it can't fold legally. There's not enough space for it. So is this an illegal technique? If Lego haven't left it enough space to fold, oh, tiny little bit. Is that all it needs? Yeah, it's not a great connection. It's quite flimsy here. I would recommend having a second connection, but we'll see if Lego locks this in. No, Lego goes straight on to building the other one. Yeah, if Lego does it, it must be legal, except for the Boba Fett helmet. Let me get that. Because if you're not a fan of helmets, you might not be aware. I have modified this so it looks like Django's, in case you're wondering why it looks a little different to yours. The Boba Fett helmet, the connection with the pin in here on the original set isn't legal. It bends the pin, I think it's like 2mm, you know. We're being nitpicky here. It's not illegal enough to break your set in 10 years, but it is technically illegal. And it is my solemn duty to make you all aware of Lego sneaking illegal techniques into their sets. But like you say, if Lego do it, is it really illegal? Because that brick's just going to mold over time. And yeah, I think it is, it's one of those things that, yeah, it might seem illegal, but really Lego get away with it. It's one of those things like we were saying with Star Wars. George said it, it must be true. Lego did it, it can't be illegal, can it? Check out the Dark Falcon. Yeah, I'm definitely going to have to give it a go. It's a good, I tell you what, that's a really good idea. I like the fact I like the Darth Vader's castle. I'll probably have to do the LA-AT first, or the Dark Castle first. I don't know if I can decide, but that is, yeah, that's a tough choice. Darth Vader's castle or the gunship. Depends when I pick up the battle pack. If I'm picking up the battle pack soon, it'll have to be the gunship. Done a few recolors. I think Jedi Bob's was the most recent. Made that a dark side ship. One little slope. And let's flip you around. Make sure everyone can see where this is going. Oh, you can kind of see it. Just on the side. I need to switch to... I need to have like multiple cameras. Just around... Oh, the heat from them. Be insane. Just multiple camera angles that I can just switch between. There we are. The exact same on the other side, isn't it? We need you. Hopefully this connection will be a little bit better. But once we've done, so this is the left side of the face. This is the last bit of the head. We are coming to an end here. But the bottom of the gorilla hat is not finished whatsoever. And nor's the roof. The roof isn't. What do I think about the Jedi Interceptors being too big? It's a decent play scale, but I would love a little smaller interceptor and more of a build. Like for, oh, you think of Plo Koon's microfighter. The microfighter isn't too far off being minifigure scale. Just to show you what I mean, I have both of them built. The microfighter and also the minifigure scale ship. Here we go. Oh, I got a Lego brick. That's the microfighter on the left, and that's the minifigure scale ship on the right, which aren't too dissimilar. You think that's an extra, maybe like double the pieces, and the pieces are quite a bit bigger, maybe a little more than double the pieces. If we could get this for like a battle pack price, or better yet, make it the same price as the big one, but give us some sort of side builds. Give us Wolf, Plo Koon, the droid, the full droid, and Wolf in a set with this, and maybe a little clone barrack, maybe add a few droids as well. That'd be awesome. I'd definitely be picking that one up quite early on if Lego did something like that. I want to see more about that. Really can't look at them the same since you found out they are too big. Yeah, it's because they're minifigure scale. A lot of people go with two different values. They go with UCS, which is what I've started calling it, 145, or 130, which is disproportionate. It doesn't really work, but it has been quite a popular choice for over the year, and they are kind of 130 scale, but it just goes to show how 130 scale is not the best when you're working with minifigure scale ships, you know. It works for a time, but it's not great when you start making bigger ships. Bigger ships start to get really big really fast. Started making mocks inspired by Rebrickable. That is the best thing you can do. So Rebrickable is cool. If you find a model on there, you know, you can buy it and use those instructions. But I would urge, even with my own, I know I'm meant to be selling mocks on Rebrickable. So if you bought one of my mocks, completely ignore what I'm about to say, but I would recommend taking a look at that ship and just taking it as it's possible to do this and try to build your own one. Try to build your own model. Rebrickable's handy, it lists all the parts needed as well. I don't know if you have to buy the model to see the parts used. If not, use that as a little cheat sheet. Make sure you're not using too many of the wrong part. And give it a go. Give it a go building it yourself. Worst case scenario, you end up buying the instructions. Started a black Jedi Interceptor with some red details. Oh, made it your own. Yeah. Use a few different pieces you've got laying around, like I'm kind of doing with this set. Okay, for the most part, I do have a lot of the right pieces laying around. The exception is probably this shoulder piece here. This shoulder piece here, which I don't have in a dark bluish grey, but I'm mixing up the colours and having a little fun with it. Until I can't find that one piece. Oh, there you are. There you are. This one piece. Called it the Sith Infiltrate. There's definitely a few. Imagine the Inquisitors. I imagine the Inquisitors do use the old Jedi Interceptors. I know a lot of them have their own ships, but they can't have at the start. They must have been flying around in Jedi models. Make your own little stories with them. It's the best thing you can do. Where are we? Another one of these. Another one of these. And then what did we do? We put these on the top, didn't we? So the top is that way. And then you want to be angled. Let's put you on before you're on the wing. There we go. Oh, almost. That's the click we like to hit. And then we want that, yeah, just angled a little bit. And hopefully this one doesn't fly. I can't believe, oh, have we finished this? No, we've got a bit on the outside. The turret didn't go too well either. So the Technic, I think compared to a modern day build, there were so many sets coming out around this time, the Technic isn't perfect. But I will say it's still a pretty good model to be built now. There's not a lot falling apart. A lot of it's just me being too gentle with it, or I guess probably sometimes too rough with it. That's what's meant to happen. It's meant to go the whole way down. And this is blasting forward again. A little bit of blue showing, we don't mind about that. And this clips straight on. Actually, that clips, is this not in fully? Is this not in fully? Why is this? Why isn't it? That's my question. Why isn't it? Is it too wonky? Or No, we have put it on the right side. Is it not wonky enough? All right, let's replace you with this. There we go. I think it was a dodgy pin. Is this? Oh, the pin's broken. That's why. Look, I'm blaming the dodgy connection. It's not. Let me get the Gorilla out of the way. So I don't have a lot of these pins break. So when they do, it's a surprise. But look, we broke a piece. Oh no. We broke a piece that I have a million of. A little bit of this pin has snapped off. So I'm going to keep this because it's still got most of that top part. I'm sure that's going to work fine. We'll hide that in this build somewhere. But not great that a piece has snapped under the pressure. That is a case of me probably being a bit too heavy-handed with it. I'm going to take the fault for that. We won't blame Lego. Won't blame Lego this time. Would I say that the Sarlacc Pit set is overpriced? Yes. I honestly... What's good? See, the thing with that set is... So I've used the torso for 9num for a Rebel friend. I personally would have rather got 9num with a regular minifigure head and a brown cap. That's one fix. 9num also shouldn't have had... Alright, this Sarlacc... I think Lego don't make bad sets. They don't. That's a fact. Even that AT-ST top half looking thing from The Last Jedi, the legs on it are awesome. Whereas the rest of the set, not great, but the legs are pretty cool. But this Sarlacc, I think for me goes below that in terms of the accuracy with the minifigures. This is the first Han Solo that Lego have flipped the torso around. Easy error to make, but it's not the only one. 9num also has a brand new head mold. Big upside. Lovely that Lego did that. But then they print... They gave him like a holster around his belt, which he doesn't... He has a belt higher up, but the legs, that was an odd choice to make the legs exclusive for 9num, which they have printed pretty much all the legs except for Leia's, so that's fair. Then we've got Chewbacca, perfect minifigure. They could have given arm and leg printing, nitpicking at that point. Chewbacca is beautiful, so we won't... Chewbacca's a good thing. We'll count good things on the left hand and bad things on the other hand. Bless you. Luke has great robes, should be black. Boba's from Empire Strikes Back, should be from Return of the Jedi. Lando's good. Lando is good. Should have had dual molded legs. And the torso they recolored, which is an interesting choice. But, you know, even if we don't include 9num, it's just more bad figs than good. The Lando is really the only reason I'd go for that. And the inaccurate Boba Luke is fair because Lego used to do grey. So if Lego release a TIE fighter later this year and they add some blue plates on it, maybe they're just taking a trip down memory lane. That is fair enough, considering we already got the black robes in the Mando set, which was a lot cheaper. But I can't justify spending that on the Sarlacc Pit. I'm not fussed with the Sarlacc. I have the old skiff as well, which I do prefer. It's a bit longer and actually is minifigure scale. I like the fact that they've added enough of the translucent 2x2 bricks that stack up so that it can hover over the Sarlacc. Not advertise that play feature whatsoever. I did include that in my review of the other one as an improvement. So there are a few good things in that set. I just think there's a lot of bad things as well. And that's why I won't be picking it up. 70 quid's a lot. £40, that huge plane fan? Lovely price. That's half price. That's what it should have been retail, isn't it? Wouldn't have got as many figures there. But yeah, it's a set, isn't it? It's a set. Found out using... Oh, what cockpit is this? 6.5. Bubble canopy with bar handles. Oh yes, the one from the Deltas, the gunships. What else have we used it for? I feel like it's been used on a few Star Wars ships, but it probably hasn't, has it? Not at least as many as I'm thinking of. Sarlacc Pit should definitely have been part of the salvage. Gift with purchase. It should have been the gift with purchase. Actually, no. The Sarlacc Pit itself should have been, perhaps, We don't get many side builds. I think the Sarlacc pit itself, the actual Sarlacc pit, should have been a gift with purchase, and then the skiff should have been a playset. We should have got the skiff with maybe even 2 skiffs. Maybe what they can do is do a skiff with half the Sarlacc and another skiff with half the Sarlacc, and then give us like something completely different. Maybe something else. Maybe something else as the gift with purchase. Don't really know. Only broken ones are bionicle ones. Yeah, that's fair. I mean, this pin could go all the way back to 2000 and something. So, you know, you're looking 20, 30 years old. Welcome back, Benny. Smith Toys. Was it? I wonder if they still have it in stock. Let's have a little look. Lego. What's it called? The Lego skiff. No, not what I meant. It is 50 quid. It's not 40 quid. It is 50 quid. That is a big chunk of the set reduced. Like what, 25%? Which ain't bad. I have to keep my eye on that, see if it dips even lower. 50 quid ain't a bad price to spend. I just think that should have been retail. It's a shame to see it's not. On the red, yes. That is brilliant. Splitting it up. It would have made so much more sense to have split it up across a few different things and not charged that much, because you're also then catering to more people. Everyone would still be buying. You release them both as £35. Everyone's still essentially buying the Sarlacc skiff and then getting an extra skiff out of it. But yeah, Lego, it works for them. So they must know what they were doing with it. Maybe they didn't think it'd sell as well if they released 2 cheaper ones. Who would they have put? They'd definitely have split up Lando, and they'd have to whack in an updated Lando in one and then a new henchman in the other, or a hench person in the other skiff, and call it a day at that. Because then you're getting people that want the new figures buying both. You can also then throw Han, Chewie, and then Luke and Boba. And maybe Han and Boba, no, Han and Luke and Boba, Han and Chewie, Han, Chewie, and Han, Lando and Boba, Chewie, Luke and the henchman. Henchman, Luke, Boba, I think, and then the other 3. Yeah, Amazon usually match Smiths. The good thing is, it depends on the way you see it, I guess. The good thing with Smiths is you get to go in and take a look at all the other Lego and end up walking out with more. And then Amazon has the next day Prime delivery. So if it is late at night and I don't think I'm going to make it into the Smiths toy store first thing, then I'm definitely gonna order them off Amazon. Where's there? Have the box, the figs, the sealed set. Yeah, that is fair. The instructions are free. To be fair, I could probably go on there and try to part it out. It's just not a set I've been too interested in. And I think it is because I built the other one. I mean, I'm going to build it one day. I did say, and I have been saying, that I'm going to build all of the Lego sets one day on this channel. So it's going to be built one day. It's just a matter of when. But it is not this day. Today we fight. A little Lord of the Rings quote. I think the good thing with Lego sets is they don't appeal to anyone. So I think it's fair for Ethan to be complaining, you know. If they don't like the set, they don't like the set. But it's also fair not to, you know, not to take the mickey with it. There are some people that are like, oh, Star Wars is ending because I didn't like this set. I don't need to name names. You know exactly what I'm talking about. I don't know who I'm talking about, but you'll probably think of someone when I say that. And, or people. Maybe there's multiple out there. Complaining about Lego? No, I don't believe you. No one complains about Lego. If only that were true. But at the end of the day, Lego are selling so many of these sets. I don't think Star Wars is going anywhere, do you? Delivery cost is a big thing. Yeah, delivery can add up to more than the sets. Well, if you're buying a cheap set, you know, Plo Koon Starfighter on sale, delivery costs a bit more. There might still be some bargains. You think if delivery does cost a fortune and you can save enough money to off-put delivery, that's a bargain in itself. A little look. 3,800 parts. Oh yeah, I've not played out any 3,800. What does the skiff have? 3,800 parts? No, maybe the sail barge. I don't think the skiff has 1,000 parts, does it? A couple hundred, maybe. Oh, what is this? Yeah. The Lego set. Is that the sail barge? Oh, the Death Star. Did I miss something about the Death Star? Oh. Oh, I did. Yeah, the 2008 Death Star. There you go. Oh, the instructions are worth 50. Oh, that's different. That's the paper one, isn't it? I've missed out a conversation here. Having the box and the instructions for something like the Death Star, that would make for a nice display. Do you have the box with it? Because I'm sure that's probably, if the instructions are 50 and like Ethan said, they're technically free on the internet, not the same thing, but they are free on the internet. I understand it now. Yeah, I wonder how much the box is, because that isn't free on the internet. You can look at a picture of it, I guess, but you can't use the box. I missed one message there. I thought we were still talking about the skiff. I got left behind in an old conversation. You played Repo. Nice. It is. Sonic boom through the headphones, eh? I am building the rest of it today. So we've gone 2.5 hours. I don't really know how much longer we've got, but I am planning on building the entire thing today. If I don't get lost in old conversations, eh? Oh. There we go. This looks to be the front and the back. How? Yeah, how is this? I guess we don't need to open it. I would like to be able to open it and get a little interior. But looking at the model we've got, I mean, there's 2 clones that can fit in. The doors on the opposite sides as well. I would like to have something that slides in and out of the AT-M6. Right, one more there. There we go. And then one more of these clips. Don't know what these clips are for. There's nothing that fits on them, is there? You've got the bottom. Well, clearly there's something I ain't seen. It did take me 40 minutes to build the poly bag, to be fair. I can't promise, but I'm pretty sure we can have enough time to build this. Oh, it's at an angle. Let's bring you back. Red pins in the red pin holes, just on the bum here. There we go. Look how smooth that was. Nothing like the Falcon. That was so smooth. But we've got a load of these pins on the back. What on earth are they for? Let me just show these off so that you can see them. There you go. All these different pinholes. And I've got a little 2x2 space as well. There we go. Maybe there's a bit more Technic that, you know, is just magic together. We got one Technic brick that I missaw. Oh wait, that was meant to be the Technic brick that I got earlier, isn't it? We'll put that one away. And then push both the pins in. That was 3 steps just to put the pins in. Oh, I didn't see these little tanks. What happens if I spin that Technic gear? Oh, on top. Oh, let me show you. The Technic gear is pretty fun. So on top, this is the Technic gear. And you can kind of see if I push this down, the little turret at the front moves around so you can aim it. You can't spin it left and right. It's only up and down, and it is that movement. That is it. But you can slide it out. I'm wondering if there's going to be some sort of, you know, top to it that then you can reveal the turret. It doesn't seem to move that much. Maybe when it fires, it gets blasted back, and then you can spin the gear and that launches all 6 studs from this project. It's a stud shooter. It's a fancy stud shooter, and they go flying absolutely everywhere. And whilst I might not do that today on stream, so I don't lose all the studs, I'm definitely going to be showing it off in the full video. So stay tuned for that. It's a nice feature. Usually the AT-ATs only have the flick fire missile, like the new spring-loaded missiles, I think they're called. So it's nice to see something like that in a set. And the Technic little pins are for these little I say little canisters. These are as big as the seismic charges in the new UCS Slave 1. Pretty sizable. And we're building 4. 4 of these to cover the entire back of the AT-M6. So here's, not too different, mind you, I mean, they're different, but they're not too different from a seismic charge. Can you have a shout out? Of course. Was it not you that supplied the idea to build this set? I'll have to find that comment, won't I? There you go. There. Oh, you can't see it. There you go. I'll build another 3 of these, don't worry. Good thing I didn't build them all at once. There's one of them, very similar to the seismic charge. We'll whack that on the back. Now let's build it so you can actually see. So we got one of these with a grey plate on top or bottom, both, and then a little black outline. So this grey bit in the middle is cubic. Same width as the height once we've got these grey plates on. Rounding it off on one side, and then on the other side we need one of these, a little Technic beam. And that just holds in one of the domes. There we go. I'll build them all and then I'll attach them on the ship. There we are. Just so we can see where they all connect as well. No good showing you how these are built and not showing you where they go. Do I have enough? Yes, I do, because I've only got one more. Oh, when am I building the big spider droid? So I was hoping to start it already, and because of Grogu's just being finished, I think I'm going to work on the battle droid first. I would like to build a battle droid, and then if we can get, I'm hoping to get the battle droid done still by the end of the month. That hasn't changed. And then once the battle droid is over, we are going to start work on the massive spider droid. Or the upscaled spider droid. We'll see just how big we can make it, dependent on how the battle droid goes. And I'll probably do a battle droid and an STAP speeder as well. So that'll be a fun build to put together. And now we've got our 3 little seismic charges. Let's have a little look. They go just on the back here. They clip into the Technic. I do have a few miscoloured domes here. Maybe I should have hid that one on the back. But actually, I maybe should have swapped it. Every other would have had a different coloured dome. It looks quite nice. A lot nicer than when they weren't there. Number 9. Is this it? Is this the final back? Number 9. Right, let's get all the pieces together. I can't remember if I actually need that one or if that was one of the spares now. A lot of these 2x6s, I think they're going to come in G for this. Right, where's the plain one? There we are. So it looks like the gorilla feet are done, which is a little underwhelming. I have to say, I thought there'd be more to the gorilla feet. But there's not, that's it. I just feel like they're missing. Maybe it's a few tiles that I think they're missing. And then this slot's on the top. No linkers. Are there any linkers there? Oh yeah. So we'll slide this forward and that covers the entire top section. Oh, there we go. So we can kind of hide it away and then move it forward to raise the turret. There you go. It's not hidden away as much as I'd like. And there doesn't seem to be much in the way of hiding it. We're slowly burning through the remaining bricks. There we go. That's our last two silver tiles. Last two silver grill tiles. Just to be whacked on the front here. Alright, one gorilla AT-ST versus 100 rebel troopers. Who I should whack that up as a poll, shouldn't I? That would be fun. Maybe I'll include it in the video. I think I included it in the Star Destroyer video as well. Who are we backing? The gorilla AT-ST or 100 rebel troopers is a lot. You know, for how slow this thing is when aiming, I do think 100 troopers would be able to outmaneuver it fairly easily. I have a lot of confidence in those rebel troopers. Depends if the rebel troopers are all in one, because you know it could blow up the building. But if they're spread out and if they're prepared, if they're both prepared, whoever's more prepared has the advantage. If they're both just as prepared as each other, I think the rebels might have it. Might have it in the bag. I'm playing Repo again on Wednesday. Tomorrow is the Fortnite event. So we're going to be taking the fight to Emperor Palpatine. Emperor, do it. Palpatine. Oh no, there is another silver one. Are you sure there's meant to be another silver one? Are you sure it's not meant to be a black one? Because I seem to have run out of silver ones. But at the same point, I assume that this is the same on both sides. Oh, Lego and their misnumbering parts. I'm going to blame Lego on this one. That definitely wasn't me. I counted these so many times to make sure I didn't have a dark bluish grey one. We'll hide that behind my head for the mainstream. A Fortnite time indeed, yes. Can't wait to wrap it up. Not been too much of a season, but I'm thankful we got this month. Fill out with Star Wars, maybe same time next year. Hey, Fortnite, same time next year. May month, Star Wars month, every year. Emperor paper plane. Repo is quite fun, isn't it? Especially with others. I think I put a heavy emphasis on with others. Solos, it's quite difficult. Because it is scarier, isn't it?
Yes.
I find it scarier, not in the eerie sense necessarily, in the sense of something goes wrong, everything is gone. I don't like that. I like being able to rely on others. Oh, thank you, Atomic Bricks. Yeah, that was fun to film. That is genuinely me when parting out or building any Lego sets. Finding the odd piece, you know. Emperor paper plane, mace out the window, Obi-Wan. Mace window definitely is one that sticks with me. Oh, might as well use the second brick separator. There we go. Make it easier. I say make it easier. Knowing my luck, they'd have just snapped. We've broken one piece. Let's not break another. Hey, one piece. Should you subscribe? Are you enjoying the content here on the channel? If so, perhaps you should. A lot of Lego, a lot of Star Wars. Yes. Well, you got one yes to a one perhaps. I think the answer's pretty clear. At 10k subs, we're building the UCS Django Slave 1. if you want to see that build, maybe subscribe and come back for that. That's going to be a fun build, isn't it? I know I keep saying it, and there are people that are new to the stream, have to keep advertising and all that, but it is going to be fun. Oh, 1, 2, 3. Do it. Do it. Atomic Bricks has commanded us. It shall be done. I do have the UCS Slave one. Yes, thank you for your subscription, Organicare. Thank you very much. The UCS Slave one is under that drawer. Here you go. Here you go. I didn't realise I had a second drawer on that. My 1x2 slopes. No. Here we go. UCS Slave 1 in person. Check that out. This is going to be a very fun build. The Django is staying exclusive to this set as well, so that is nice to know. And I've just got to find somewhere to display this. Maybe it can go next to my giant Clone Trooper helmet. All right, I'll sort that out after the stream. No point doing it now. I'll probably knock it over again. Yes, waiting sealed for 10k subs. I think the first Slave one was always really cool. So the fact that they re-released it, and for Django as well. I'd rather have a Django one than a Boba. I'm so happy to be building it one day. It's on its way. It's on its way. If this is what, hold on, that's the last donut. If this is the last donut, what are we doing the other side? So here is, oh, there you go. October 26th, Django Fett Microfighter with arm printing. Yeah, though in Lego, who knows? I think the reason a lot of people are, again, I haven't switched to desk cam. I'll show you that on the other side. The reason people are upset with Rex is because people thought Rex was going to be the one that's exclusive, but Yularen was on the box art. Yularen was on the box art, and I always say the minifigure on the box art is the one that's exclusive. So I didn't want to be right. I didn't want to be right, but I did call it. I think Rex without arm printing was more than enough for that Y-wing. I do have a 3D printer. Yes, if I need a bulk order of Lego parts, I do tend to 3D print a few of them. Here's a few slopes for Grogu's project, because they would not arrive by tomorrow, and I am getting that build finished by tomorrow. All legal pieces. I sometimes create my own little Lego bricks for a few of my really custom mocks, but most of the time, all legal pieces and some other things. That helmet is all 3D printed. My first 3D printing project. How's that for a start? Definitely taking go big or go home to the next level. Probably should have started a little smaller for that. Made own minifig, Scout. Oh, you're 7143 and 7143 is an old one, isn't it? What's 7143? Oh, it's the old one. Oh, there's some good pieces in that, especially the printed elements. I assume they're printed back in the day. Still streaming. We are, Alfie. We are still going strong. Coming up to the end of it though. Coming up to the end of the build. So yeah, we're getting along, aren't we? But looking forward to see it finished. The Venator lacked, yeah, the Venator did. The fact that it was so big and came with two figures, it makes sense. It does make sense, given they did the same for the Star Destroyer. But could you imagine if that was a play set, not a UCS set, and it included however many minifigures, the whole 501st Legion? Rex, Jesse, you throw in like Hardcase, Dogma, Echo. We could be here all day listing 501st members. That's just scratching the surface. An honorary 99 as well. A 3D printer is a thing that you'll want and never get. I think that's fair enough. There are a lot of maintenance. I'm printing quite a bit recently, not all Lego. I'm not just churning out my own Lego factory here. I wish I was. But yeah, that is... it does take quite a bit of maintenance, doesn't it? Make an IG-11. I made an IG-11 mech. An IG-11 life-size Star Wars model would be amazing, wouldn't it? I'd have nowhere to put it. I'm struggling finding space for some of the Lego around. Maybe that's your idea. If I make a giant IG-11, then I have to sell it. And who better than to one of the subscribers? Genius! If you had some figures and space and money, you would consider it. Is that considering... Oh, considering the Venator. You could bulk out the Venator, couldn't you, with some figures? You can see how it's going, of course. So we are approaching the end of it. Look, we've got, I think this piece that we're building goes up here. So there you go. That piece is to fill the corner, and then we've got the exact same going on the other side. Look at that. That's the interior. We get one minifigure in there, one minifigure the other side, and one minifigure in the top. This vehicle, the AT-M6, only fits 6 troopers. And I do think it's probably 2 pilots, Kylo, Hux, and 2 like technicians or something, making sure the weapons don't overheat. I think that's all 6 figures. I don't think this is a troop carrier whatsoever. But the fact that we can only fit 3 in this set, even the newer 2020 AT-AT fits more than 3 minifigures. But this really did walk to the new 2020, again, newer 2020. It's 2025 now, it's not new. But the newer 2020 AT-AT could run, because that ship is amazing and really improves on some of the things that we're seeing here, potentially even for the first time. I know this isn't the first AT-AT that LEGO have made, but it's one of the best, I think. I haven't built many other AT-ATs, as you can tell. There's probably a few better. You're getting an AT-TE soon. Nice. That new AT-TE is pretty cool, but I would like to go back and build some of the older ones at some point. Rex and Yularen feeling lonely. Is there even space to fit them inside the Venator? I'm not sure there's any space for them inside. But yes, they would be. I think Yularen was great for it. I'm not sure if Rex... I feel like Rex got put in there because of... Oh, I found the 2x3s. Oh, no. Oh, no, I've just realised the 2x3s have been here the whole time. I thought these were like 12x1 bricks. Okay, that's where the 1x3s went. We used them for the wrong thing. We've only just noticed that 6+ hours later. That's okay. We'll just go back through and change them. No problem. Yes, the Rex. I do think it popped up just because Rex was going in the Y-Wing. I don't know why else there'd be a Rex minifigure in the Venator. Out of all people, you know, they could have whacked in a proper Clone Wars Anakin, which we're still yet to see. I would have taken Clone Wars Anakin in Ahsoka Zeta. We can't go on about accuracy too much because LEGO haven't been the best with that. I think Anakin would have been great to have got like the proper Season 1, Season 2 Clone Wars rather than the Clone Wars one we got. That'd be awesome. Do I 3D print bases and displays? I 3D printed a display originally for my Kenobi Starfighter. Didn't like it. I never had any sort of acrylic display up until that point. So maybe not having any of them did affect my thoughts on it. But I don't like the display stands. I prefer to have them sat on the shelf. And like we said about earlier, they sort of look like they're in a landing position. So having them landed with a few different figures around, a few different ships around, does look nice on the display. I'm stealing these pieces, and I do have some without the stickers, but I'm stealing these sticker pieces from my AT-TE because I think it'll add a little bit of dimension. And again, like we're saying throughout the stream, just nicking some of the pieces and swapping them about. If you've got some spare stickers laying around, have a little look. Can you apply them to the set you're building? They don't have to be a part of it, as long as they work with the entire, I guess, theme of the model, like the whole blaster bolts, definitely some rebels firing at them. And yeah, that worked great. So awesome, isn't it? Yeah, it's quite big, a lot bigger. Like the AT-AT from 2020 probably ends here. I don't know if that's got too much of a belly holding that one up. It looks to scale with the MIDI scale Kylo Ren ship. Yeah, because if the AT-AT, the UCS AT-AT is 145 scale, which is why one day I would love to get my hands on the parts needed to build that. I don't think I'll be buying that one sealed in a box. But that is 145 scale, and if this ship is meant to be bigger than that, this is massive. Like crazily massive. This is bigger than that. So it probably is to scale with a MIDI ship. I think the playset wasn't too far off big scale for Kylo Ren shuttle. It doesn't seem too big. So I think you're about right. On a video you smashed Wally. Oh no. Yeah, it's crazy how they work, and it YouTube knows what it's doing. I don't whatsoever. What if I put my hand on my head? Not this again. Oh no! Oh no! I did it! I did it! I lost the game, but oh, we got in. Given how much bigger the original is in the film, yeah, that is the AT-AT is quite a big ship. I do think this one's pretty big though, in universe, because it is all intimidation. Two studs right here. Look at that, perfect. It's always when I'm behind on chat, the hand on the head. Play scale Rex or Y-wing. It would be cool. I hope to see one in the future. Oh, that's what the door's for. All right, let's bring you in. Come on, you stand there. We've got a door on this side here, and that's where a little container's going in. So that's got some spare blasters for the stud shooter just on top. And now, I think we're on to the other side, the final side, yeah. Oh, thank you. Best stream yet. It's the company that makes the stream really good. Stared into your soul when I stared into the camera. Yeah, it's a bit creepy. Missed anything? Missed a lot of the AT-M6. Check it out. This side is now done. This is the finished AT-M6. Those gorilla fists are amazing. This was a great idea by whoever designed this vessel. We've just got to finish the other side. So with that, let's get going. We're going to finish it this stream. We're pushing on past 3 hours, marching forward and building it. It's on, I think it is my favorite, or at least one of my favorite ships to come from the sequels. I like Ray Speeder as well. It's an odd call, but I do like Ray Speeder. Actually, I think, yeah, there you go. I don't know if you can see this too well. We might need to big screen this. But I got a little patch of Ray Speeder on my jacket, alongside a few first order. I was originally just going to put on the ones that I wanted, you know, the R2-D2 and the likes. But I thought, no, let's go all out. Put them all on. The original trilogy, the prequel, the sequel. Get them all on there. Deck it out Star Wars, and there's only more space to put them. Wait, where are the... Hold on, where... I counted these pieces. They were all here. Just thought of a cool mock display. If I have the pieces to make a Camino base and Jango Fett Slave 1 minifigure scale, it'd be such a great mock. I do want to build Camino still. That is very much happening once we hit 10k subs. Look under the table. Oh no. What is my opinion on the sequels plot-wise? I like them. I think the only thing I have is they're an interesting addition to the Skywalker saga, because I do like the fact that it's very much Vader focused, and the sequels, they work as a trilogy, but trying to advertise them as 7 to 9, I think it is awkward on Disney's point of view. It's not far off advertising the prequels as 1, 2, 3. Anakin don't show up for much of Phantom Menace, does he? It's not really Anakin's story. But yeah, I quite like the fact that I wouldn't change them. I wouldn't change them for the world. I'm happy that they've stuck with them. They just need to make a Clone Wars. Give us a Clone Wars. and that would be awesome. If I destroy a TIE fighter and reassemble it into a TIE interceptor, is it the same? The TIE fighter of Theseus. I know my philosophy. Well, I know that much. That's it. That's my knowledge of ship of Theseus. Couldn't tell you much more. There we go. Make sure we've got enough of these 4x2. Where I am blowing a planet up. That is that's crazy that they just blew up a planet because why not? The First Order just wanted to terrorize the galaxy again, as if they didn't have enough of it the first time round, eh? Leave them alone for, give them a few years. They had 28 or so. Give them a few more years. They'll recover from the first one. See you, Benny. May the bricks be with you. Thanks for hanging. Yes, the Death Star for Fortnite as well. Going to be seeing a second Death Star tomorrow. Only a fan of movies 1 through 6. How would I recommend to watch Star Wars throughout, including TV shows? I think release order is the best way, because things that weren't known then, you know, nothing of the prequels was known when the originals come out. I like the shout of watching 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 6. That's quite cool. But little lines. So in the prequels, Anakin says Kenobi's fate will be the same as his and as Palpatine's. If you hadn't watched 4, 5, 6, you're not going to understand that as well. So I think one run through 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2 Clone Wars, maybe 1, 2 Clone Wars. No, 1, 2, 1, 2 Tartakovsky Clone Wars, 3, then the Clone Wars, and then you can get on to the sequels as well. That will be, yeah, I think the sequels do line up quite nicely for the expanded viewers. Anyone that wants to watch on. But you can remove any of the movies you don't want to watch. Battlefront 2 is coming soon. Honestly, I liked episode 7 for the fan service, episode 8 for the plot, and episode 9 disliked Palpatine's return. Don't forget Fortnite. It was announced in a Fortnite game, in a Fortnite special event. Oh, that makes me chuckle every time. Palpatine's return was announced in Fortnite. Imagine they did that back in the day, right? Empire Strikes Back and the whole "I'm your father" speech. Imagine that was announced through Fortnite. Revenge of the Sith game come out before the movie. You could have completed that and found the plot twist. I think there was like one Donny that actually completed the game. Hello there, James. Yes, Lego is great. Had a few Airfix models across the years as well. Little brother's never seen them. Oh, your little brother is in for a surprise. Their view on the world will never be the same after Star Wars. That's like an initiation, that is. If I could unwatch one movie, it'd probably be one of the Star Wars. It's probably the Star Wars, just to experience it again. How awesome would that be? If Elias says that he's a liar, makes him a truth teller, but means he lied about being a liar, what do I think? So if Elias says that he's a liar, he wouldn't be able to say it because he'd be telling the truth, unless another character was saying that he was lying. And if they were telling the truth and he was lying about being a liar, that would then make him still a liar because he would have lied about that fact. So it kind of works. But you're probably quite confused at that point. At that point, you know, what is everything? I couldn't repeat to you what I said. 4, 1, 2, 5, 3, 6. Oh, 4 sets the world building. 1 takes you back in time to the Jedi. And then 2 is that jump forward you need. 5 then reveals it. 3 goes through the story of how. 6 brings it back. I tell you what, that might be the best viewing order. if you didn't want to order them chronologically or 1 through 6, I think that's solid. For 1, 2, 5, 3, 6. That's a good one. That is a good one. That's probably the best for all the shocks, isn't it? Because you want to watch the prequels and especially the first two, not understand who Anakin is. Like, he does something dark in Attack of the Clones, and then suddenly it's, I am your father, I am he. That is 1, 2, Clone Wars 4, 5, 3, 6. I think 5, 3, 6 is definitely a good idea. J.J. Abrams in Fortnite before GTA 6. Mainly into Warhammer. I've not been into Warhammer. Not too much so, at least. I've seen it from a distance. Star Wars has a similar thing called Legions. It's not really similar. You get the little, you know, the Warhammer figures. You can get the little Legion figures. That is it. There's no other game about it. But that's about my interest in it. Is it as expensive as Lego? Because if it is, I feel for you there. Expensive hobbies, eh? I think most hobbies now, if there's anything physical, you're looking at the little sculptures, even DLCs. I know Warhammer has a few games. I'm sure there's plenty of DLCs. There's definitely some expenses going out. That's why it's so important to be rebuilding. And I don't know if Warhammer, you can reuse anything. I feel like once it's used, it's pretty much done. I guess you can repaint a few figures, but I don't want to keep them. I don't want to repaint them once they're already done. Right, build up the sides. One more. You. Sequels were good first time watching, the second time they don't stick. I would say though, the original trilogy, if I were to go back and rewatch those and take notes, I only watch the original trilogy when I'm, paying attention to something else. I don't necessarily watch them just for fun as much, purely because with all the expanded lore that we've got for Star Wars, the original trilogy, I think it's more so Empire and Return especially, don't add up as well because of the different director's bits that have made its way through. Not just Leia remembering her mother, that is definitely a big one that sticks out. Oh, have I put this on upside down? No, I put these 3 pieces. Right, you come here. There we go. You 3. Oh, actually, it's just these top and bottom one that need to flip around. But yeah, I feel like the prequels I'm blinded to. I could never say the prequels weren't good. Anakin's alright to not like sand. It is coarse, it is rough, and it does get everywhere. I agree. Look at that. What will you look at that in? Oh. Oh no. And I think most of these pieces are probably ones that I've got elsewhere as well. So we're going to need these to the side. Any of these needed? All right, bear with us. 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 6. I think 4, 5, 1, 2, 3. You get the whole reveal, and then it starts off. I think it's more of a shock seeing where Anakin's come from. But 4, 1, 2, 5, 3, 6, I think is the ultimate order. Thank you, Battle Droid Bricks. Yes, that was my first 3D printed project. So, really jumping in the deep end. Why is there an episode 7, 8, 9? The First Order Trooper has a nice smooth, as far as pictures go, a nice smooth helmet, doesn't it? Got to represent the sequels. Might not be a massive sequels fan, but it doesn't mean other people aren't. Is this it? It depends what sets you buy. Yeah, it does. There's so many different ones as well. We do need a few of these. 1, 2, 3, 4. So we've got 2 on one side. There we go. Let me bring this in. 2 on one side and 4 in another. There we go. Stocking that up. A little hole. I'll show that off on the main camera for the trooper. 6 studs going in the top, which I'll be showing off in the video, which means we get another 2 spare. because we don't have any other stud shooters, do we? And we also have clips in the back. Right, let me see if I can capture this. We have clips in the back here, in the bum of the AT-M6. Oh no, it's side on. Where's the clips? Oh, just in there. We have 2 clips. So we only get 1 extra blaster bolt to put in there. Is that the furthest it's going to go? Yeah, that holds in. But we also then have space for our our stormtroopers. Our stormtroopers. I didn't say clone troopers. I did not say it. Warhammer isn't as expensive. I mean, again, it depends on what sets you buy. I guess I saw someone was talking about Lego and said I can't remember what set. It was 150. It might have been the claw machine, the new little turntable thing, and said that was a mid-range Lego set. It's 150, 60 quid. I would say that's a pricey Lego set. In terms of play sets, at least. Of course, you add UCS sets, it's a cheap set. But for play set, that's pretty expensive. I do not live alone, no. I'm never alone when I've got my Lego. But no, I don't. I have seen The Last Jedi. I didn't like it the first time around. The whole Luke thing really threw me off. I was so hyped going in that for Finn and for Luke, and it wasn't what I expected, but it's still a cinematic masterpiece, as is every Star Wars episode, honestly. You know, Anakin's Vader because of Fortnite, but doesn't know the story in between. that I'm laughing. I'm sorry. I have to apologise. That makes sense, doesn't it? Fortnite's spoiling a lot. So if he knows Anakin's Vader, do you start? I still think the order holds up. 4, 1, 2, 5, 3, 6. Bit jumping around, but then it also gets him ready for Clone Wars. And you could go straight into Clone Wars afterwards for those extra stories. That works. That does work. Forgotten which one, but what's the Star Wars film where Luke turns into Darth Vader? Anakin turns into Darth Vader in episode 3. Luke, actually, no, Luke does turn into Vader in...
The cave.
Yeah, the Dark Side cave on Dagobah in Empire Strikes Back. That's the episode 5, the second of the originals. Oh, Star Wars is confusing, isn't it? The AI, yeah, the AI Vader. That was a blast. I'm going to miss that. We'll have to get some more AI Vader tomorrow. When Kylo and Rey... yeah, Moodshoe, same. As soon as Kylo and Rey kissed, flashbacks to Luke and Leia, it's going to be revealed at some point. The Palpatine and Skywalkers are a bit closely related, surely. That's the Star Wars way, right? Haven't watched Clone Wars, you can watch that together. Honestly, some of the stories in Clone Wars, even as like a full-on adult, they're going to blow your mind away. It's so cool. Watching Andor, enjoy. It is a blast. So, we've got Trooper in here. We should put our driver in the driver's seat, shouldn't we? There you go. In there. In you go. Goodbye. And then we've... why are you not... Oh, you're caught on the side. That one's in a bit too much. There we go. So our pilot's in the front. But now we only have 3 rebellion... No handcuffs. Handcuffs would have been perfect to get a little trooper in. Can we fit more than one? If we angle that... Oh. Okay, you're not studded down. But can we fit a saber up there as well? There's plenty of space. Yep, stay in. And Poe Dameron, I am sorry, Poe is going with the other First Order Trooper. Rogue One is the best thing that mankind has produced. That all of humanity, eh? Yeah, a few people would probably agree with that. A load of Star Wars fans. I think it's definitely one of the best Star Wars content. It's hard to say which one's the best because there's so many different ones. But I do think it's definitely one of the best. We'll leave those two together, you know. They were getting a bit close in there. Oh! We've got a trooper. That could be Finn, couldn't it? Yeah. These two work perfectly in here. There you go. We're just going to let them be in there. I saw the way they look at each other on the Skywalker Saga homepage. And here's the AT-M6, the Gorilla app. What did I... Oh, I missed your question. Feel free to repeat it. Okay, maybe not that question. Don't repeat that question. Rogue One is better since Andor. Andor has definitely shot it up. Thanks for chilling. Organic Care, may the bricks be with you, always. We are going to wrap this up now. Here's the little poly... Oh, should we put the poly bag on top? Oh, yes. Look. Look at that. There we go. Nope. No, oh, it's because of this little bit in the middle. We have to kind of sit it on the weapon. There's the little Gorilla AT-AT with the big playset AT-AT on top. No! It got beheaded. It lost its head. Oh no. Well, rest in peace, little Gorilla AT-AT. We've got the big one though. So this was a fun build. I'm intrigued to look into this and see why this build was the way it was. I think the fact that it can fit 2 figures each side does make up for the 3 figures only being well, space for 3 figures. And then I definitely think the cockpit could fit 2. There's space for 2 troopers in the cockpit. We might have to show that off when we can get a better camera angle on it. But before I wrap up the stream, thank you so much. Shout out as well to Ethan with a super chat. Thank you very much for that. And Mama Gorilla, Baby Gorilla is dead. I'm going to have to rebuild that. I do like the poly bag though. It's quite a nice... Oh, hold on. We've lost a chunk of it. Oh dear, that's way too gruesome to be showing. Thank you. It is a very fun build. And also, take a look at that cannon. I do think it's well hidden on the side. It is well hidden to then, bop, the cannon just bumps out. So that is quite a nice play feature. Not the sturdiest of builds at some point. I can see little bits that are, you know, just flaking off around the bottom. And I might have... Oh, that one's not even been studded on. All right, some of them are me, but some of them are the Lego set. You can tell it's a little bit older. It was fun. It was fun. I tell you what wasn't fun. This cone on here. It doesn't fit the whole way. I'm gonna let me jam it in one last time. No, that's not moving anywhere. I might have to replace that piece. This is forever interlocked. Years down the line, that's going to be stuck. Favorite films are Harry Potter, Lord of the Rings, and Bond. Some really good Lego themes in there. The one problem is they're all pretty expensive, especially Lord of the Rings with £100 sets. Oh. May the bricks be with you, Moon Shoes, and may the bricks be with everyone indeed. Rest in pieces. Oh. Will I make a video covering it? I will be making a video, and shout out to Benny, I believe, who asked to see this set built. Very happy I built this. That checks one off the list. I'm going to need to print a definite list of all the sets that Lego Star Wars have released and cross it off. We're going live tomorrow. I'll schedule it within the next sort of 30 minutes, if I should remember. I'll be scheduling it very soon because we're going to go live earlier. How early? Probably like a solid 5 hours early. We'll get a bit of Fortnite in and then we'll play through the live event and hop over to Battlefront 2. Big long stream tomorrow. So that is, it's going to be a blast, isn't it? Fortnite and Battlefront 2. I am spoiling ya. How do Endermen repopulate? Huh. Maybe that is Enderwood. It's like the Sand People. We know there's Sand Men, but the Sand Women and the Sand Children, thanks to Anakin, are very rare. Just like how he has his steak. But also, maybe they're just not around yet. Minecraft's constantly expanding its lore. So, that's a good question, that one. Look at it, Oz. Wicked season 2. Wicked movie 2 has been announced. Still haven't watched the first one of that. That's on my list. May the bricks be with you, Atomic Bricks. That is all for today. Anyway, lovely chatting to a lot of you. We're going to be live tomorrow for Fortnite, like I said, and then we'll be back to more Lego building next week. Maybe we'll get a game in first. I'll let you know tomorrow when I've decided. Until then, may the bricks be with you always. May the bricks be with you, Harper. May the bricks be with you, Atomic Bricks. Again, bricks be with you about games. Ethan, may the bricks be with you. Thank you for the dono. Alfie, may the bricks be with you. Enjoy your night. Benny, enjoy the bricks. Enjoy the bricks, and may the bricks be with you. Enjoy your night. Yes, twice back to back, getting right here at the end. Bish, bash, posh. James, may the bricks be with you. Alfie, I think I said, but either way, may the bricks be with you. Moonshoes again, bricks be with you. And to everyone else that's still in the chat, may the bricks be with you always.